starting line. Justin Curry in the beautiful 2010 Chevrolet Corvette, and Joe Brackett in what may be the ugliest car in America, and I think he likes it that way. 83 Malibu. 450-inch motor there for Brackett. Yeah, so we're actually we just got in contact with the guys with the dots, and they said the steering was completely locked up at that point as the car headed across the track. So the driver was trying to steer away. The driver did not have the ability to do it, and that's what caused the closed the gap. So we move on as Justin Curry and Joe Brackett come up. Brackett, that 83 Malibu. Grudge Granny or Grandma Grudge, right? Granny Grudge.
The Swamp Thing. But anyway,
Swamp Thing.
Joe Brackett is a stand-in for Rob Brazil, but Rob Brazil fell at the hotel last night and broke his ankle.
We may need to get some like holy water in this place. We need exorcism here right now.
So
we get guys breaking ankles.
Yeah.
Steering, breaking.
Joe Brackett is sitting in for Rob Brazil in the left lane, so we're gonna see how it is. It might be his second or third time in the car, so we hope we can navigate it pretty good here.
That car may look horrendous, but it runs really well. And Justin Curry looks over and says he's going to need a tetanus shot for being within 6 feet of that thing. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Line up. Here we go. Back to racing, y'all. Back to racing.
This car made a beeline for the center of the racetrack as Curry's car went straight down the track. That was a really nice, maybe the best looking run we've seen out of that thing.
Down through there with a no time also. It was a good pass with a no time also. Also, as you know, Brad, that's the difference in weight. Rob Brazil is maybe 100 pounds heavier than that guy. Maybe that has something to do with the way the car's accuracy.
Absolutely could.
So that could be the problem with it right there. The car is scaled for one driver, another driver takes over, and it messes up. But out of Texas coming up right now, we got the man. He's been having all kind of problems. He's working on that car ever since he's been down there since Wednesday. Will he get it to go down the track this time?
It has. They've had to push it back a couple times, but maybe this is the moment where they get it hooked up and gone. It's a great looking car.
Yeah.
Now they just need to be a great running and looking car.
Yeah, he got to have some kind of look. Ed Bonner in the right lane out of McDonough, Georgia, with the 86 Ford Mustang, and we hope he can get him a good pass out of. Stephen Bonner is in the left lane against Themo Diaz. Themo Diaz is out of Texas. This is one of the favorites of taking it. He's favored to take the whole thing, but we'll see. Like I said, we run these cars on the racetrack and not on paper. On paper, it looks like Themo got the advantage, but let's see if Ed Bonner can make a good pass with the 86 Mustang out of Georgia. This ought to be a pretty good race right here, guys. So let's see what he can do. Here we go. Two nitrous, small block nitrous oxide cars. Both of them real fast, guys. Here we go, small block nitrous, guys. Line it up. Stephen Barnett, left lane out of Fate, Texas, going up against Anthony Evans out of McDonough, Georgia, with an 86 Ford Mustang. Small block apiece. Let's see what they can do. Here we go, guys. It's going to be the left lane. Themo Diaz with Stephen Barnett behind the wheel going down with an 840. Anthony Evans trailing with an 817, 847, I mean. Good run on both of them. No time cost. All right, coming up next out of Baxter, Georgia, we got Brent Wessels with the little S10 going up against Keith Smith with the S10. I tell you one thing, we know one thing is for sure. S10 should take the win. One thing we know for sure, S10 should take the win. Good burnout on both sides. Good burnout on both sides to make sure that it's sticky. Backing both S10s up, one out of Georgia, one out of Mississippi.
We need DXP 235 to lanes 5, 6, and 7, please. DXP 235. I'm sorry, we need limited 275, which is in the lanes. We already made a final call for them. Willie, don't you start thinking for me, man. We got 275 in the lanes. We need DXP. I got enough trouble on my own. I don't need your help. We get DXP 235 to the lanes, please. DXP 235.
Yeah, just blame it on me. Just blame it on me. I take all the blame. All right, guys, here we go. Left lane, S10. Right lane, S10. Pick a S10. Which one you want? Brent Wessels out of Baxter, Georgia. 10 in the left lane. Right lane, we got out of Mississippi 98-inch kid. That's you. Best team of the peace. I got to say one thing. I know I'm right on this here. S10 will win this race. Which one? I can't tell. Stand here. Over I'll take that. Two nice passes. Well, one and a half pass, nice pass. Come on in there, Brian. What we got, baby?
We have a drawing. If you entered the drawing for the bicycle down at Dave Comstock's pit area for kids 12 and under, there's a bunch of kids 12 and under entered for the bike.
But right now, before we go for the kids, we got Matt Lombard in the left lane, and we got Street Outlaws Notorious Bobby Ducati with the 93 Ford Mustang in the right lane. Brian, we get right. Well, New Orleans Street Outlaws, Daddy Dave. New Orleans Street Outlaws. All right, we'll get back to the drawing. When we get to the drawing.
We're going to make a kid very happy right now. Dave Comstock's going to draw a name out of this box right here. We're going to find out. Willie Dog's going to draw the name out of the box to find out which 12 or under kiddo gets the bike.
All right, and here we go to tell us the name of the telephone number.
The name is Ellie Marshall. Ellie Marshall, you have won a bike, and we're going to announce that name again after this run when it's quiet.
All right, but coming up right now, we got Matt Lombardi in the left lane with the 91 Mustang out of Connecticut, all the way from Connecticut, going up against New Orleans Street Outlaw out of Mississippi. My man Bobby Ducati in the 93 Ford Mustang. This should be a good race here. I think I like the right lane.
I think I like the right lane too.
Daddy Dave said you don't care either one of them.
And I live near Lombardi.
Daddy Dave said you take either one of them. All right, guys, here we go. Pick one and ride with them. With a 947, go down with a 1406, y'all.
Once again, Ellie Marshall, you've won the bike down at Dave Comstock's pit area. Ellie Marshall, you have won yourself a bicycle.
All right, we got the ever popular, we got the brazen, arrogant guy in the left lane out of Plant City, Florida. Troy Perez Jr. going up against Lee Graves out of Whitehurst, Georgia with the 83 Ford Mustang. Pick one and ride with him. I think I like Troy Jr. on this here one. Brian, who you like, Brian? If you ain't busy, I like Troy Jr. on this one for.
I like DXP 235 to the lanes because I always win on that one. DXP 235 to the lanes, please. 4567. 4567 DXP 235 to the lanes, please.
Yes, the guys down in Florida said, yeah, can't help with the old sport wagon. So Rob, Dale, sorry, hope everything's okay with him. He fell at the hospital. Fell at the hotel and broke his ankle. I think he was going to get him a cheeseburger or a hamburger or something. Just on the net. Anyway, here we go. Right lane, we got Lee Graves. The right lane, the left lane, we got Troy Perez. Out of the great state of Florida, going up against the guy from Georgia. Here we go, guys. Pick one and ride with him. I can't call it. Here we go. Troy Perez hits behind him. Pitiful roars there, but the right lane goes through with a 1406. Troy Perez is still getting there. Troy Perez goes through with a. I can't give you a time on that. The ticket booth done ran out of ticket tape, y'all. All right, guys. Coming up next, we'll be having the limited 275 coming at you. Brian, did you ever get this?
Willie, why can't you just leave me alone? Just trying to live my life up here, man. What's up?
I don't want to know who won the bicycle, man. I want to ride.
Ellie Marshall, you won the bike down at Daddy Dave's pit area. So Ellie Marshall.
Can I get a ride?
It's not a bicycle built for two.
Oh.
Actually, you're about the size of a 12-year-old kid. You could probably go down there and make a couple rips on it.
Oh.
He made fun of my mom. I got to go back at him. I don't know what you want to do.
I don't know your mom.
You made.
No, we appreciate it, though, bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Thanks to Daddy Dave for doing that. There was a ton of entries of kids 12 and under, and Ellie Marshall, you've won a Daddy Dave bike, or at least a bike that Daddy Dave's given away.
Induction Solutions, home of the world's fastest nitrous system. With an international name like Induction Solutions, you can expect nothing but the best. We are not like any other nitrous company. We are specialized in higher end and are truly customer based and not cookie cutter. Induction Solutions specialize in the design, installation, flowing, and tuning of nitrous oxide systems. Induction Solutions is the best source for your nitrous systems, as well as nitrous kits and thousands of parts. We have done thousands of nitrous systems over the years on just about any application you can imagine. From street legals to pro mods, we do them all. We are known for our direct port nitrous systems, both wet and dry, as well as plate systems, and our very own plenum system, the Punisher. All of our work is custom. Every single system is built specifically for your setup. We are always open to make our customers' nitrous dreams a reality. Check us out today at www.inductionsolutions.com or give us a call at 352-593-5900. Billet Atomizer, the world's fastest racing injector. With over 40 years of experience, we are your #1 source for custom racing injectors and the only injector manufacturer in the world that can specifically target the fuel delivery needs of each application. Atomizer injectors are available sizes range from 42 pounds to 800 pounds per hour. Racer input is the key driver of Atomizer injector evolution. You asked, we listen. Available now, the new Roots and Screw Supercharged Pro Nitrous and Fitting Style injectors. These specifically designed injectors utilize features derived directly from racers of each class. Atomizer injectors are designed and manufactured by racers for racers and utilize only 100% U.S. materials and labor. Available now, our new Atomizer 4 racing injector ranges from 800 pounds all the way to 1,500 pounds and are available for your high horsepower single injector methanol application. Visit our website today at www.dragracinginjectors.com or give us a call at 757-250-3773.
So the next class is going to be coming down the drag strip now is going to be our limited 275 category, and limited 275 is brought to us by New Energy Transport, Freak Show Performance Transmissions and Converters, NRC, and Ice Racing Engines by 2JM Fab. Thank you so much for the sponsors of all of our categories this weekend. Big, rich prizes in all the classes. The biggest one, of course, $50,000 in cash to win Radio versus the World, which we'll be running the first round of, among other categories tonight, assuming our pace improves mildly. Now we're gonna go late into the evening and perhaps early into the morning to get as much stuff done tonight as we can.
You can see the line, the fire is out there. Wade Rich doing his thing as he's burning in the traction compound. Pina Colada trip number 4.5 million. So I want to thank the Pina Colada guy. Somehow we have not ran out. So again, I had to go outside, got my second wind, or maybe it's about my 58th wind, but I'm ready.
You are ready.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
You look refreshed.
I'm refreshed. As we have limited 275 coming at you next.
I'm liking this, man.
Hell yeah. Limited 275 is going to be brought to you this weekend by New Energy Transport, Freak Show Performance Transmissions and Converters, NRC Ice Racing Engines by 2JM Fab. Then we'll go in the DXP 235.
Yes, we have, Lee. We've called them to the lanes. They're coming in in all their shining, tiny, tired glory.
And then after that, it'll be time.
It'll be time to have our pre-race after we run DXP 235, and then we will run. We will. Much as Yes, we will do it. I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to say anything more witty than that. We're going to do it, kids. We're going to get around. We're going to get some round ones in tonight. And again, just letting that traction compound set up before limited 275 has their final qualifying session. I will say this, Lee. We have made positive, when we look at the week overall, we have made positive progress. Our first round of qualifying did officially take 23 hours.
Wow.
So
yes.
if we look at,
We're on the positive side of things here.
if we made a graph or a Venn diagram with those circles that interlap,
Whoa.
that would make no sense.
I'm out of school, man.
But a line
can't do
graph
that.
would,
Yeah,
we could
line. I got
chart it.
that. You put lines in it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, look, it's Mike Terry.
He keeps going to be coming on the right-hand side out of Florida right there. That's right, the AC repairman. I mean, he can do heat too, but we don't use heat much in Florida, so he does a lot of air conditioner repairing. Brian, keeping right-hand side, as we were just saying, the Pro Charge machine running multiple categories here. And as you said, Mike Terry's on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Mike Terry, currently the #1 qualifier and currently the world record holder, correct? Is 65 the quickest in this pass?
Yeah, that's correct. And Keep is #2 right now. So this is interesting. Meeting in the final qualifying session. Let's do this.
And we're off like a herd of crippled turtles here as Mike Terry and Brian Keep have been given the sign to stage their stuff.
That's right. We're giving a thumbs up here in the tower. It's time to rock and roll. On the right-hand side, can Mike Terry better the record? He's already backed it up. Both of them straight to top. 577 at 147, and Duck's going crazy. Apparently, he won money. Mike Terry spun the tire, 13:37:41. So Donald Long has won $100, I believe. And Mike Freeman's going to come to life on the right-hand side. The Lehigh, Florida 88 Mustang Pro Charge ATF automatic transmission factory.
Johnson heating up the rear tires near me. That's not Johnson. Dan Large, in fact, the 1997 Ford Mustang with the big block Chevrolet in it.
All right, we're going to see if he's larger than charge on the left-hand side from Texas right there. Mike Freeman on the right-hand side went 481. He's trying to dip in the 70s.
You talk about the grouping in this class. Freeman's gone 481. He's number 11, and Large has been 5 flat, only 2/10 lower. He's all the way back, number 17.
He's on the large side of the ladder right there.
Yes. Good application of the word large.
All right, can't wait till the buzz of the tower shows up.
The who?
That's buzzing of the tower.
I got you.
Yeah. So the question is who at the end of the weekend is going to be crowned champion?
I'll tell you what, if Dan Large never stages this card, no one will be here just staring out the window. Man, this is a little extended staging period here. Okay.
All right, so Mike Freeman has shut the car off, ate his dinner sandwich, and now here comes Daniel Large on the left-hand side.
Applying a little Dijon mustard to the roll of that ham sandwich right now. Mike Freeman waiting patiently. Chapter 2.
Right, here we go. We're filming right now. Take 2 coming at you. Large is in, and Freeman is in charge. 485 at 147. Large wasn't in charge. 563 at 150.
And here comes the El Camino of Zane Owen. Tifton, Georgia. Zane's a regular here at No Mercy and Lights Out. 421-inch small block combination for Owen and the El Camino, the fiberglass news. And Charlie Johnson from Grand Ridge, Florida. 68 Nova, 582 big block engine. And Zane Owen's trying to run over a guy. Almost succeeded.
That's optional, man. At least he's in a truck and it lands on the bed.
That's true.
Yeah.
That guy would have gone for the ride of his life.
I would have given him a 10.
Owen's going to go back in the water box. Come out a little bit more aggressively there, Johnson.
Edens has a great idea.
People shouldn't be standing on the starting
Words of the
line.
nitrous.
That is the words of wisdom right there. Yeah, Duck has been betting right now. Security, my bad. Must see security. Duck is security. Zeno on right-hand side, Charlie Johnson, the Ducky Johnson group on the left-hand side. All right. Swings the tires on the right-hand side, Charlie Johnson. 470 at 147 right there. Charlie Johnson steps it up big time. The crew is all smiles on the left-hand side of the racetrack.
Tony Alm heating the tires in the back of the machine, the 93 Mustang with that milky kind of gray paint job, 302 cubic inch engine. Alm qualified number 5. Has run well, but has not run career best so far, 472. He would love to punch this thing into the 60s. J.R. Pines coming up. The Recollers are being just chomped down up here. Lee Sebring has actually made a buffet of Ricola up here. He has a natural flavor. He's got he's got a honey lemon with echinacea. Oh, it's got echinacea in it. Man. Cherry honey as well. Nothing like a little echinacea on a Saturday night.
With my honey.
Reminds me of high school.
Yep. At least
That wasn't echinacea though.
Ah. Tony Alm, J.R. Pines on the left-hand side. Stage. Strike of the tires. Finally found the flavor of the night right here as John Baker comes to left hand side. Airport, Texas. And it's green. 67 Nova, 582 cubic inches of NRC power. Jake Cadet coming out on the right hand side to Webster, Massachusetts. Haltech engine management system on board. Race wires, wired machine. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Number 24 qualifier.
Chad Baker's car is a runner. He just needs to be a runner harder. Number 22 on the sheet. Jake Conant has not run near as fast as he wants to go yet. He's only trapped at 114 miles an hour. There's a whole lot more going on with that Cobra than that, so we'll see if Jake can lay into one here. 2003 Terminator style Ford Cobra. Or Mustang Cobra, I should say.
Jake looking pretty good. He was 581 at 120, so his best pass of the weekend, but still not what that car should be running. Chad Baker goes 1099 at 66. It's all about Kane coming out of the water box on the left-hand side. 67 Nova out of Texas. 588 cubic inches. Your number 4 qualifier. That's Glenn McGann coming on the right-hand side. The Hartselle, Alabama. 89 Mustang here. Number 19.
Lee, big news right now. We need Radial versus the World. Round 1 eliminations to the staging lanes, please. Radial versus the World. Round 1 eliminations to the staging lanes for pairing, please.
There you go. You got 32 cars coming at you. That's going to be paired up. $50,000 up for grabs. We need PTC Radial versus the World. Brought to you by Diamond Pistons to the lanes, please. So shout out to Taylor Boldry watching online. What's going on, Taylor? As she's too cool to be here, apparently. Swinging the tire to the sides of the racetrack. He Glenn hits it, man. Both these guys are kill. 579 to 135, and Kay is not okay with that pass. 883 at 80 miles an hour.
Once again, need Radio versus the World. Round 1 eliminations to the staging lanes, please. Radio versus the World. Round 1 eliminations to the lanes, please.
All right, here we go. Danny Davis coming out of Tennessee. The 64 Chevy 2 is going to come to light. Billy Smith, Montgomery, Texas, in the Mustang, set number 13. There we go, the limited 275. So this is pretty much essentially a tamed down 275 class for everybody just wondering out there. Remember, you go to racedxp.com if you ever want to see the rules. Otherwise, we would spend hours upon hours explaining these rules to you. Andy Davis, right-hand side, goes at first. Both drivers send down the front of the Davis gets back on at top end, goes high 37 to 132. Speechless. 11 Plata, 51. To Michael Roma is going to be coming on right-hand side to Woodsworth, Illinois. Yes, 10 against Casey Smith. G. Florida 93 Mustang on left-hand side. The Flying Pickle, they call the truck in the right-hand side. The beautiful green, man. I love green. Yeah, green is my favorite color. It looks like it's yours too, apparently. No. Okay.
Lee Sebring. We need a radial versus the world. Round 1 eliminations to the staging lanes for pairing, please. RVW, brought to us by PTC Torque Converters and Diamond Pistons. We need you to the staging lanes for pairing, round 1 eliminations.
All right, here we go. Romer, right-hand side, waiting patiently there as Jim Plimpton will be bringing him to the line. Flying Pickle, baby. 480, 346 miles an hour.
Not the quickest way down, but he gets big style points there as Casey Smith, 10.26.8 at just 58 miles an hour, strange side of the racetrack, rolling slowly down across the finish line.
Look at Plimpton. Plimpton's like, if that was a Ford, we could make it so much faster.
Well, it wheelie's good for a Chevrolet, right? Got to be happy with that, but a really nice run. And again, within a couple hundredths of what he's done earlier. So that truck consistent, and it's a top, definitely a top half qualifier at number 10.
All right, so Truly Fredrickson coming on the left-hand side. Camaro, the LS Power Plant, turbocharged entry. Scotty Kincaid coming out of Thornhill, Tennessee, and the Mustang as my coffee has arrived. Thank you very much. Alex Hayes for the win, or DHR. All right, here we go. Hey, I like it.
Tire spin on both sides of the racetrack for Troy Fredrickson and Scott Kincaid, as Kincaid's going to get back in the throttle and run 7:06.5 at 137.61 miles an hour. Fredrickson, 8:88.9 at 89.65 miles an hour on the strange side of the drag strip. Dan Seitz from High Ridge, Missouri, fellow Drag Week guy right here. The same motor in the car that he ran Drag Week with this year and won his class is still in the car right now. A turbocharged small block 4 to 400 inches. And Bruce Rentz from Baxley, Georgia. 1995 Mustang with nitrous coursing through its veins here on the Summit Racing side of the strip. Thank you to the Radio Versa World competitors that have pulled into the lanes thus far. We need all 32 of you We got our tech guys down there, our staging lanes guys that are stacking you up and pairing you up and getting ready to rock and roll.
Rams on the right-hand side, the Mustang. Dan Sates on the left-hand side, or Sights. All right, so here we go. I believe this is final pair before we go to the DXP 235. Once again, we need PTC Radio versus the World to the Lanes, presented by Diamond Pistons. Carol Long, what's going on? And both cars strike the tire. Winch takes the tractor back out there, and we'll get it ready to roll for DXP 235. Brand new category right here at Duck X Productions. And then after that, it will be time for the starting line party, as I call it. That's right. We'll be on the VIP section, bringing you the invocation, national anthem, all that good stuff for PTC Radio versus the World, presented by, or brought to you by Diamond Pistons.
Cutting-edge technology, attention to detail, and rigorous testing under race conditions are the principles that make ATI Performance products great. For more than half a century, we've been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and we want to make our passion your performance. Get the whole ATI Performance product story at ATIRacing.com.
Wilson Manifolds, your one-stop shop for all your induction needs. Wilson Manifolds offer top-of-the-line billet manifolds made specific to your cylinder head and application. For a perfect fit, the highest quality, and the best airflow distribution money can buy. Wilson Manifold can pave the way by converting your existing manifold with optimum injector placement and complete your EFI setup with one of our top-of-the-line billet elbows and throttle bodies. Our throttle bodies are completely serviceable, either trackside or in-house through our service and maintenance program. See our latest developments on Facebook and at wilsonmanifolds.com.
And we thank you for being an honest people. John. Never mind, John. All right, so we're going to final qualifying session of the final class that's getting qualified right here. Was that confusing?
Dave Hirschfeld, Homewood, Illinois, 1981 Mustang in yellow with the updated sheet metal to look a little bit.
No, it's actually white.
In white, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I say yellow? That's awesome. My eyes have stopped working.
Maybe you're actually looking at the pollen on top of the car.
I call the Stormtrooper because it is in fact white and not at all yellow.
All right. Now we're colorblind over here.
I'm just dumb, not colorblind.
If anybody has seen the energy of the announcers, please return it.
And Adam Hodson. So again, the story here is that Hodson blew up the race motor. He basically got a hold of a bone stock 5.3 liter long block and bolted all his stuff to it. So this is a bone stock rotating assembly, a bone stock camshaft being force fed about 30 pounds of boost down the racetrack.
I think somebody
what could possibly go wrong?
Somebody took it out of their truck out in the parking lot or something like that.
Whether they know it or not.
We're all waving. You got to wave back.
Adam Hodson going to stage this thing up and still pull her wheelies despite the stock motor. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Hodson a whole lot of smoke, and he's going to pull that thing over immediately as it looks like it's starting to catch on fire now. 521.8 at 131.55, and like I said, what could possibly go wrong? That.
Yeah, I mean, a stock bottom end would always hold together every time.
So Dave Hirschfeld getting word here, the personal best run, taking advantage of the track conditions and atmospheric conditions.
And Adam Hodson with his career worst run on the left-hand side next to him.
Taking advantage of the metallurgical properties of the stock LS motor.
Out to the penalty box. That's right, my Cecil County penalty box over there in the VIP section. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they are.
For a wooing. Woo.
The big thing to know about Dave Hirschfeld's car, who is the number 3 qualifier right now. And actually, yeah, he will remain the number 3 qualifier with that 21.8 is the car is NA, naturally aspirated combination. It is an absolute hauler.
Not only is it NA, it's a small block.
ARC Eric is here.
That's right.
On the grounds. Taking care of business.
How doing?
Yes.
All right, so I'm getting a word from Brian Wagner. He says there's block chunks, wrist pins, and rings on the racetrack. That's pretty good, right?
Which is exactly what they found earlier in the weekend when it blew up on the starting line and spit block chunks.
You need to clear the starting line because Big Mac is going to come down and tackle you. Once again, clear the starting line, please. All right, so probably going to have a little bit of a cleanup down there as the Camaro sneezed.
John Sears, if you're in the proximity of the timing tower, could you swing up here? Once again, John Sears, if you're in the proximity of the timing tower, please swing up. ARC Eric, always great to see you, man. ARC Products, all kinds of stuff down there. The manufacturer's Midway. A lot of people using their water bath nitrous bottle warmers. Safest way to do the job. Do not be annealing a nitrous bottle with a torch. They make the proper products to handle your nitrous systems, apply to racing components. Always great to see Eric out at the races.
Also, they actually incorporate the torches into the blankets, so it's always good.
Come on, man. No, I mean, you've seen it. It's dangerous. You know, the guys do that. It's
very dangerous. Yeah. Especially, you should see some of the bottles that they get in for trade-ins.
Right, they're ancient, and they've been completely annealed by guys with torches. It's scary stuff. Do it the right way. Keep everybody safe. That's the name of the game. You can't leave that golf cart right there off the racetrack, guys. You got dudes that just left the golf cart right at the edge of the racetrack. You can't do that. Like, what are we doing here?
And if you haven't received your golf cart, the horn is about going off right now for the train.
All right, so guys, as you can tell, we got the equipment out there, and once again, our team's going to be on it and get it turned around as quickly as possible, but it's going to take us a couple minutes. Radioversa World is in the lanes. The rest of our DXP 235 cars are ready to run, and as soon as the track's ready, I promise we'll be back on it again. All right, so we're going to be loading up Adam's car. You can see that the cleanup, I believe, is almost done in terms of the material as we have the tire rotator going out there. So like every other cleanup you've witnessed tonight, we will get the car out of the way, run the rotator over it. We've got the material up, and then turn the track around. Lee Sebring is making horse noises, but pretending to snore.
That was the turbo noise. That was a blow-off valve.
Oh, it was a turbo noise.
Yes.
Let's hear it again.
I live my life
In
a
slow
quarter mile
motion.
at a
Let's hear it
time.
one more time. Sorry for the delay, folks. Again, it is just the nature of the business, and we talked about how those guys thrashed on the car. They had a problem with the original engine.
Yeah.
Swapped another bullet in there and tried to make a go of it. And just said before, it was not man enough for the job.
So fans, that's right. You want to make sure to hang tough. We still got to go through a few more pairs here, and then we'll be over into Radio versus the World. Round number one.
Exciting round number one action.
$50,000 up for grabs.
And we do not plan on stopping at Radio versus the World round one. We have plans to move as deep as we can through round one eliminations in many categories tonight. So, again, we don't plan on just running RVW and stopping. We plan on going into the program tonight. Tomorrow we are going to run final eliminations. We do not want to be here until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday again. We want to get people on the road and out of here at home. So last year I believe we finished this thing at about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. We don't want to do that again. It's unfair to the folks that need to get home to work on Monday and stuff like that. So that reason we're running round ones tonight, we can get eliminations started. We can set ourselves up to have a pretty reasonable day tomorrow so our champions can receive their due rewards in the afternoon, early evening, and everybody can start making a break for home or wherever the next stop is. Make sure you come back tomorrow, too, if you're just planning on doing a one-day deal. You want to come back and see who actually wins all these different classes, especially $50,000 in cash, Radio versus the World. Plus, you get a sword. We win RVW, you get a sword. You get swords in like all the categories. And people did not claim their swords. We have unclaimed swords in the tower. Lee Sebring never won a sword fight in his life of any type. All right, so the record moving down the racetrack with Adam's car in the back, but an unfortunate sight there, but we will troop on. It's what we do. I have to recognize one of the true heroes of this weekend, the guys from G-Spot Sensors. They have brought Snickers ice cream bars up to the tower. So Lee will officially not be Joe Pesci anymore. He'll turn back into, well, actually, maybe he should stay as, I like Lee as Joe Pesci better. G-Spot Sensors produces American-made shock travel sensors and sensor mounts. The sensors are rugged, reliable, and rebuildable. Coming soon is the Velocity Box. The Velocity Box outputs shock velocity in inches per second to all data systems. You can find them on Facebook or go to the web at www.gspotsensors.com. And hey, for those of you staying overnight, you're going to be here in the morning. You want to go to worship service at 8:30 a.m. in the pavilion in front of the Spectator Snack Bar. Chaplain Mike Yon of JAMA Racing Ministry is going to be having the worship service. That is 8:30 a.m. in the pavilion in front of the Spectator Snack Bar. Chaplain Mike Yon of JAMA Racing Ministry will be putting on the non-denominational chapel service in the a.m. So if you'd like to worship tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. in front of the 8:30 a.m. in front of the Spectator side snack bar is where it is all going to be going down. Music and fellowship and fun with Chaplain Mike Yon. All right, so the Snickers ice cream bars are flowing like wine up here in the timing tower. Nelson, may I? All right, so it appears just one last trouble spot, if you will, maybe underneath where Adam's car stopped on the racetrack. Got the mops out there still swabbing the decks. Hardest core fans and drag racing. The place is still packed to the rafters at the lovely hour of 10:36. But just think, it's only like 8 a.m. in Australia or 4 o'clock. I don't know. What time is it? Anybody know? It's not near as late as it is here. Lee Sebring is his back is giving out. I'm not sure what's happening. Lee, are you okay? I thought you were coming around with that ice cream sandwich or the ice cream bar.
Actually,
So it's 2:37 p.m. We've learned because of the hashtag internet. The Google machine doesn't lie, except when it does. Lee, I think next year you need to talk to Ozzy and the track management. We need to sell sponsorship on the roof of the tractors.
that'd be a great idea.
Very visible spot.
Ozzy's probably listening in right now. So,
I think we need to do that. I think Ozzy needs to capitalize on the exposure of the tractor roof.
Yes, we use it a lot.
Well, yeah.
We could pay off the tractor that way.
We could. Yeah. Should be sponsored by an oil company because that's usually when they're out there. There you go. Maybe from an industrial cleanup company or a crime scene cleanup company. That's what we need. We need to find a local crime scene cleanup company to sponsor the roof of the tractor. This is we're making progress here. Well, the other tractor has a roof. But we could, with all this new and found income, we could make one. We could make a real awesome tractor roof.
Again, as we get the momentum going, it just seems to always fire on us. So once again, the stock motor has no longer.
So Nicole, checking in from Australia.
Oh, yeah.
PDRA, work with the PDRA this year on the media side of things, checking in, verifying our time claims that it is, in fact, 2:30 in the afternoon there.
Yes. Big shout to her and Brett.
But it's 2:30 tomorrow there. They could tell us. They could tell us, yes. They could just save us a lot. Yeah, they could save us a lot of trouble if they just, okay, guys, just tell us what happens in round one.
That's awesome, man.
That's what they do in Australia. They see the future and eat Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the time. That's all they eat there. The national food.
Vegemite.
Right. The rotation of the flushing, all different.
So pretty awesome.
So very
see
different.
Some of these Radio versus the World drivers out there while we're wandering off into Vegemite stories. The stories of Vegemites from Loans. That's right.
Gather around, kids. Uncle Brian's about to tell you a story.
We're talking about Vegemites and the way the toilet spins in Australia. Yes.
That's actually the title of my biography. Vegemites and the way the toilet spins in Australia, a life. That is the title of my book. Bobby Bennett chiming in with his opinion of Vegemite. Thanks for hanging out with us all the way down there in Australia. Both Brett and Nicole watching.
Everybody's answer is yes. Single is the answer.
I think one of the defining things about the way we clean stuff up here, we clean it up with a little swagger, a little attitude. You know what I'm saying? We don't just attack or clean up. We do it with grace and style. Finesse even.
It's almost like Flex Seal.
Right. I mean, there's some quality mop action going on down there. Not the kind of thing you're going to see in any old drag strip.
Right after the flex tape.
Right.
Is there mop action?
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he could fix the motor with flex tape. Maybe he did fix it with flex tape.
Hey, you never know, man.
Spiral locks with the wrist pins. Nah. Flex tape.
JB Weld.
The late JB Weld. The late Billy Mays would have been for it. God rest his soul. Oh, man. Yep.
Right, so the rotator's probably going to get it. That's the word from the top of the racetrack. We're getting close to going back racing. Almost the gloves are coming off.
Radioverse World Competitor 2000, car number 2000. Greg Powery, we're missing you. Car number 2. I think I see him down there. Yeah, Greg Powery's car is in the staging lanes. I look down there. It's a very green 4th gen Camaro. Greg Powery is in the lanes. Not sure if there'll be any more foot races held in front of the grandstands tonight. You know, the one last night ended in a human car accident. If anybody has not seen the video that has basically achieved viral status yet, the guy that was running shirtless and barefoot that lost his footing at full throttle and landed on his face. He, as we mentioned earlier, if you want to see what a smeared human face looks like, just go look at the area in front of the grandstands from last night. There's and collect some trace evidence from that. So beware. If you're going to have foot races tonight, I would probably not do it after drinking all day.
Real quick, we're getting props from Camp Stanley.
Camp Stanley.
Yes.
Pro Mod racer extraordinaire. Wild Bunch member, racer of the, among other things, blown Ford Taurus wagon.
You know, I'm pretty excited when Camp comes to the races. We're going to have the Margarita Challenge, and then we're going to do the foot race.
The Margarita Challenge. Accepted. Right. Got to be a bear, be a grizzly. Right. So just kind of an update going back an incident or two here when we had the no time deal. When the car landed, it broke the strut mount apparently. It jammed the steering rack up into the oil pan, and that was why he was unable to steer it. So it did in fact, in fact hammer the front end like we suspected.
To say hi to Tony out there, the Walking Dead zombie that's on the track doing the cleanup. Thank you, Tony. You are now on the Mimi collection.
Dan Moit, Door Slammer Racer Extraordinaire, tuned in from Australia. Dan, your BFF Billy Stockland wanted to send you a hello. He is looking his usual dapper self. Looks like a guy who looking for day labor in front of a Home Depot.
Don't
He's
forget,
actually tuning several race cars out here this weekend.
PD Smallblock says, don't forget the takedown on the brand new Darlington Dragway, March 8th through 10th. Radio vs. the World, X275, Ultra Street, No Clock Smallblock, Gamblers Race, Grudge Racing. No time shootout. That's March 8th and 10th up in Darlington Dragway on a brand new surface.
Yeah, I was going to say fresh surface there for Jimmy and the crew, and you had got some information that the quality of that cleanup or the quality of the new surface is beyond good. Should be great and fast there. Tony does appear to be actually mugging for the camera at this point. He's kind of leaning.
Mugging.
Yeah, he's sitting on the wall, kind of a relaxed, hey, it's cool fashion.
Yes, Tony is all mopped out, apparently.
Looks as though he's going to look into the camera and offer someone a drink in a somewhat uncomfortable way. Right. Etheridge, Tennessee, the OSCA season opener coming up. April 27th and 28th. They got the under new management flag flying there, but Etheridge, Tennessee, get down there with the OSCA if you're in the area. Etheridge, Tennessee, that's where the race is happening. April 27, 28. Now you got no excuse because you know about it. Big Tire, One Richard Brung, No Time, Pro Street. DXP 235 is going to be run there. 570, 650 index, 750 index at Open Comp. That is a fun weekend of drag racing. The opener of the season. Last weekend in April, Etheridge, Tennessee. Well, in a reverse drag race to the starting line, the rotator tractor has lost to the static drag. Now they're going to have a head-on collision. That's kind of the way the night's going. Just a quick check between the two operators out there to make sure they're doing the right thing. And I'm thinking we're pretty close to done here. Maybe I'm not sure if we're going to glue it again or not, but it looked as though Wade signaled that they're going to pull the tractors off the end. Again, sorry for the delay, guys. It's just one of these deals. We got to make sure it's right. This time of the night, the thing's kind of cooling off a little bit. We're doing the best we can to give the best surface to the competitors, and especially because we get RVW coming, the biggest, heaviest duty cars on the property, we got to make sure we have an ace racing surface for them to use. And suspicions were correct. We're going to park the tractors.
Hey, how are you? He's like, hey.
So it's going to be one shot of glue being added to the race tractors here. Overhearing some radio conversation, one shot of glue going down.
So we have Courtney from Holiday Inn here, and she's going to let you know how awesome Holiday Inn is.
Killing me right.
Oh, okay. So she says don't stay at the Holiday Inn, apparently. So, oh, no. You got to stay at the Holiday Inn. Oh. Olivia wants to talk about the Holiday Inn.
You should really stay at the Holiday Inn.
What exit is that?
16.
Awesome. Are you having fun tonight?
Yes, this is the best time ever.
Well, yeah, man. You like racing?
I love it.
Who's your favorite driver?
You expect her to pick a favorite? I mean, she clearly
Stevie
loves
Fast.
all the drivers.
There you go. She likes Stevie Fast. There you go. So the good news out there, race fans, is the Magic Mop is off the track. That's right, they mopped it up, and they're ready to rock and roll in DXP 235 continuation.
With grace
here.
and style, we mopped it up.
Gracefully styled
And
as
a dash of attitude.
swing in the night air with the gloves on. That's right, it's time to do it. So Jason Riley, left-hand side, Eagleville, Tennessee, in the Mustang. That's not a Mustang. That's good. That's probably not him either. So apparently the whole tower is sleeping. Todd Tunnel coming on the right-hand side. That's a correct name. Jacksonville, Florida, in the 86 Mustang.
The red Chevrolet Nova. Big nitrous purge out there, as you can watch the nitrous being purged into the air up over the windshield. Next, Jason Anderson, the #1 qualifier at 5:17. He is the fastest car in the property, a 565-inch big block Chevrolet engine. And Todd Donald is the #8 qualifier at 575.2 at 125 miles an hour. If everything goes according to plan here, Anderson should run away from Todd by the time they get to the 8th mile finish line and outpace him by about 10 miles an hour. We'll find out if Anderson can run down that freshly repaired lane on the strange side of the racetrack. Here we go as Todd Donald. Man, Anderson comes out flying 122 short time. And Jason Anderson goes 5:17 with an 8 at 135, only 3 thousandths off his earlier time.
Awesome.
Todd Donald slows by 300ths, 5:78 at 124. So Anderson remains #1, and Todd stays #8.
So big shout out to Chris Spec Daddy out there, my best friend, who apparently thinks I ignore him. So,
Hey, man, that's you guys can hug it out.
Yeah, we'll hug it out.
You can hug it out. I feel like that's a huggable problem.
So how often y'all work together?
So Austin King, 17 years young, Potomac, Illinois, in the Regal, the G-Body Shuffle coming at you. Jason Mack coming out of Dade City, Florida. The 98 Mustang. No, that's not a 98 Mustang. It's probably a 90 Mustang.
Jason Mack and Austin Keene coming up. Keene, the 1984 Buick Regal. Quick romp of the gas pedal there out of the water box. Mack out of Dade City, Florida. I don't think there is a Dad City, Florida. It borders Mom City and is slightly down the road from Aunt and Uncle cities. 88 Ford Mustang.
What is an
401
alt?
Huh?
What's an alt?
An aunt?
I thought it's ant.
No, that's a small bug with 6 legs that you spray chemicals at to kill.
No, Ryan,
An ant is a loving woman that is part of your life.
No, I like ant, not an aunt. We're alting the anting. The nitrous purge in the night air here. Austin Keene, the young man, and the G-body. Let's see if we can make it down Broadway. Look at that. The fridge is pulling them up there. Good old Dad.
So we'll find out if Jason Mack can go any quicker than his earlier 6:64, if Austin Keene can run quicker than a 5:34. Number 4 and 11 qualifiers, their last qualifying attempt. They're in. Wheel spin for Austin Keene, and Jason Mack is going to run away from him. Strange side of the racetrack, 5:43.9, a significant improvement for Jason Mack. A 1.2-second improvement at 127 miles an hour. So whatever they figured out in the suspension on that car worked well in their favor. Go to the number 7 qualifying spot.
Well, he went 7, the 6, the 5. I wonder if he goes 4 in first. No, I'm just kidding. But that
yeah,
would
Mack
be pretty
stays
amazing.
7, Keene stays or goes 4. Jason.
All right. So here we go. We have a nice shout out to.
Dragway 42.
There you go. Keenan says shout out to Dragway 42.
So Jason Mack getting ready to roll that 1998 Ford Mustang into the beams. Chevrolet Power, the 548 big block in the front of the 68 Camaro here. Jefferson City, Missouri's own Danny Tillman. Both cars have trouble off the starting line. You heard the drivers hit the gas pedal twice. 559.1 at 130.29 miles an hour as Mack goes 587.118. The final pair and a half of X235 qualifying, or DXP 235 qualifying, in the end of a 4-day odyssey known as qualifying here at Lights Out 9 is almost to an end. So Paul Cisco, the wheel-standing 1983 Monte Carlo SS in flat black on the strange side, and Paul Falcon excitement on the Summit Racing Equipment side with his 347 cubic inch, I believe it's an LS motor in the front of this Pontiac, based out of Durham, North Carolina. Fairly similar weekend so far for both of these drivers. Are qualified only 3 spots apart, a couple of tenths of a second apart. Cisco has been less consistent than Falcon, but he's been quicker, 572 at 124. Falcon has been 542 and then 539. So we'll see if there's anything left in the night air for him to wring out of his 1998 Pontiac Firebird. Clarksville, Tennessee, which I believe is the place that the Monkees took that train ride to, right? In that song? Take the last train to Clarksville. That's what they did. Maybe Paul Cisco's parents were on that train. It's an amazing story. So Cisco going to turn on the top bulb. Bolt pre-staged. Cisco's in. Watch the Monte Carlo. He likes to stand this thing up on end. Cisco comes out a low flying wheel stand for Paul. And across the finish line they go. 5:46.3, his best run. Paul Falcon slows down by a few tenths of a second, and there is one car left in DXP 235 action. That is going to be the orange Mustang sitting just in front of the timing tower. We're going to run the tractors, get our pre-first round ceremony going with our invocation and stuff, and then it's going to be time for Radio vs. the World Round 1 on a cool Saturday night here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. But first, we're going to take a quick look at the summit lane, because that's what we do. Number 2 qualifier, Martin Conley right now. Yeah, it's a fast car. So Martin Connolly will go down in the history books here as the final car to run a qualifying pass at Lights Out 9, no escape. Which, as Gerald Ford so eloquently said one time, our long national nightmare is over. Almost.
Minnesota Racing Irons here on the right-hand side built this beautiful Mustang. Martin Connolly behind the wheel of the orange machine.
So Martin Connolly, pre-staged, going to take the orange Ford down the racetrack one last time. Can he swipe the number away from Jason Andrews? Look at the wheel stand. Wow, he had a pedal to get out of it, but that thing was basically up on the parachute mount. Sets the front end down and goes slowly, 699.8 at 66 miles an hour. And I thank Martin Connolly for not knocking the oil pan off from under that car a lot. So, clear the starting line. Here is the 98th time today. I'll say that. Please clear the starting line. We have equipment coming to prep the racetrack for round 1 eliminations and the $50,000 to win. Radio vs. the World category sponsored by PTC Torque Converters and Diamond Pistons. A few minutes of track prep here. Then we're going to have our pre-race for our invocation and national anthem for round 1. And then it's go time with the baddest door slammer category in the drag racing universe. Great field of 32 cars. We'll talk about them in a couple minutes, but would not be leaving my seats now. One, because you get to watch tractors drive in a circle. That hasn't happened in 6 or 7 minutes. And 2, because the fast stuff's coming. Round 1 elimination is going to take our 32 car field and chop it in half. I can guarantee you there'll be some huge upsets as well. It's going to be fun.
TKM is one of the fastest growing and well-equipped shops in the Southeast. From surfacing heads to turnkey race engines, we can help any shop with their engine program or the do-it-yourselfer needing simple machine work. We also offer engine dyno, chassis dyno, and track tuning services. and are a dealer for many top-notch products such as atomizer injectors, Fuel Tech, NLR, Diamond Pistons, Precision Turbo, Product Cylinder Head, Pro Chargers, and so much more. Our worth ethic and reputation speaks for itself. TKM Performance can do it all. Give us a call and learn to expect more at TKM.
Pro Systems, the world's fastest carburetors, with hundreds and hundreds of world records and championships in almost every venue. Pro Systems carburetors power the fastest vehicles in the world. With in-house CNC machining, the innovative SV1, and fully computerized wet flow testing, our technology, equipment, and expertise are second to none in the fuel performance market. At Pro Systems, we know what it takes to win, and we can make it happen for you. Get serious. Get Pro Systems, the world's fastest.
I'll see. Oi, oi, oi. Check the mic. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So a bunch of nervous crew chiefs strutting around down there in the starting line trying to make the final calls that they're going to make. Obviously, the better qualified cars will have lane choice, so that's what they're trying to determine. Which lane do they want to put their car in for the best chance to win? No small shakes here. It is a 5-round race. Basically, think of it this way. You got to go 5 rounds, win 5 in a row to win $50,000 in cash, to win a cool duck hat, and to win a giant sword. A young lady asked me, why do you give people a sword? I said, who do you know that has a sword? She says, nobody. I said, that's why we give people a sword. Because not enough people drink the blood of their enemies out of their skulls anymore. So we give them a way to do that. You know, if more people did that, we'd have a more civilized world, I think. Or less. I don't know. Plus, swords are cool. I mean, let's be honest. Why do you need a sword? For home defense. It's much more gentlemanly to defend your home with a sword. A huge thank you to the great folks at PTC Torque Converters and Diamond Pistons for stepping up to the plate this year as the Radioverse World Class sponsors, and a giant thank you to Holly EFI, all of our great title sponsors, and every company that steps up to support DuckX Productions events. They are big and bad, crazy and wild and off the wall and unpredictable and all the things that the sport of drag racing should be.
Mike Yon, if you can hear me, man, it's going to be up by the starting line now. Mike Yon to the starting line.
Radioverse World drivers in your cars, please. Radioverse World drivers in your cars. Helmets on. Let's get you strapped in and ready to go. RVW drivers in cars, please. We have just had a suggestion that the swords be used to settle lane choice from now on. If you win a sword, you get to bring it to the lanes. Drivers in lanes 1 and 2, we need you loaded up, strapped in and ready to go. Drivers in lanes 1 and 2, need you to load up, strap in and be ready to go.
All right, hello everybody. Brian, we're ready to rock and roll down here as it's time to rock and roll with the Lights Out 9 and No Escape right here at SGMP. We want to thank everybody for coming out. My name's Lee TEC Sebring, alongside Brian Loans, who's in the tower right here. Before we get started with the Radioverse of the World, we're going to hand the mic over to Mike Yon. Mike Yon is going to do an invocation, and then we'll hand the mic over for the national anthem, and we're actually going to sign the national anthem also. So, Mike, take it away, brother.
Let's go to the prayer. Dear precious and gracious Heavenly Father, we just thank you and praise you for all your blessings that you give to us, especially your son Jesus.
You can see the traction compound being laid down. That
Father,
nice
I just ask
silvery
tonight
kind of
that you
sheen
give
the
us
racetrack.
a special hand on this race of protection, and let us have a good time of fellowship. But Lord, look over everybody here, every driver, every crew member, every spectator, Father. We just ask you to let us have a good time and be safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, amen. As the sprayer is coming by, we need everybody. Please stand. Face the flag and remove your hats, gentlemen, for the playing or singing, should I say, the national anthem from the NS3 Pro Man himself. Ready? Oh, say, can you see? By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Come on, give it up right there for Madison and the MS3 Pro Man for giving it up to you, baby. That's right, we're getting ready to do this right here at SGMP. Want to welcome everybody. And I tell you what, it's going to go down. $50,000 to win at PTC Radio versus the World, brought to you by Diamond Pistons. So once the spring gets set up, it's going to be rock and roll, man. That was an awesome rendition, and only here at DuckX Productions do we get that done. It's going to be awesome. We thank each and every one of you for coming out right here as we're going to do the final touches on the track. Want to get that out of the way. So once again, thank you, everybody, for standing, playing, and God bless this USA. Why? Because we all stand in faith to that American flag, and I'm so proud to be an American right now. So thank you.
So the first pair of Radial versus the World cars are heading towards the water box now. Keith Haney and Jeff Shaver appear to be the first two that are going to step into the ring of combatants here and try to fight their way through. Long odds for Jeff Shaver. Shaver comes in as the number 25 qualifier. Keith Haney comes in as number 8. Haney's best run of the weekend was his first run of the weekend in qualifying. 3:85.8. 196 miles an hour. Not to say the thing's been a slug. It ran a 90 against Stevie Fast earlier today during their match race that went down the racetrack. Stevie got the better of him, but Haney also crushed the trio 23. Shaver's car has been more consistent, but it is a lot slower. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. These are facts. Shaver's car lived in the 420s most of the weekend, about 180 miles an hour, which is fine and dandy. And it's a fast, good, cool, good-running car. But he may be running into a buzzsaw with Keith Haney in that Brandon Schweitzer tuned and Brandon Pez tuned Camaro. A great, great moment here as the first round of RBW competition will kick off on this Saturday night here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. We thank all of you for sticking around with us through the thick and the thin over the course of the last few days, especially the thick and the thin of today. That has been a long day, but ultimately the payoff is going to be some awesome drag racing. Lee Sebring, what about that national anthem, man? John, once again, from MS3 Pro.
Wow.
Killing it.
John did awesome.
Yeah.
So did Madison right there doing a sign. Unbelievable. Only at DuckX Productions, man. That was an awesome rendition. He needs to do it every year.
He's our guy. He's locked in. He is the Pavarotti of DuckX Productions.
The skin crawling out there, you know you're getting a great rendition, man.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
Great. Absolutely awesome. So Wade Rich, again, laid the traction compound down. Uses the tractor to work that into the surface. He's going to park the tractor And it's time to fire up a couple old rumble guts out here and let things rock and roll with number 8 versus number 25. And to me, Lee, these are the most fascinating matchups we're going to see of the night. The guys that are the fastest cars versus the guys that are on the tail end of the field. We're going to have a lot of great racing amongst the matchups in the middle meat of the field, but they're going to be the tightest, kind of the tightest pairings, the people you expect to see each other. You don't really expect Keith Haney and Jeff Shaver to be showing each other down. And the fact of the matter is, if Jeff Shaver goes 421 and Keith Haney has any sort of a problem and has to lift off the gas pedal, Shaver may sneak out a victory. We watched it happen last year. We could certainly see it happen again. There's always upsets in round one, and then kind of the natural order of things tends to take over. We'll find out now if Keith Haney, one of the guys that loves to get out there on the internet and run his mouth, and talk some smack, and get everybody riled up, if he can advance past round number 1. He's been snake bit here, man.
Yeah, he has been snake bit, man. He is in due form right here. There's a little bit of dew moving in while we got the singing the rendition right there. As I was sitting there going, oh, man, here comes the dew. But it's going to be interesting.
Letting the glue set up there on the racetrack. The last touch is put on. Our starting line crew gives the high sign to fire up the competitors.
Big shout out to Gavin and Lisa Woodhoff from US 41. Big shout out.
So again, if we're speaking statistically here, Jeff Shaver is on the short end of this one. Unless we're going by height and reach. In which case, he would be the favorite party.
Hey, you never know, man. Like we said, in drag racing, anything can happen, and especially right now, because a lot of these drivers and crew members are looking at that racetrack going, man, I don't know what to throw in this. What tune-up should I do? You know, a little bit of dew out there, so they got to stay in the groove and try to throw it at the kitchen sink.
Number 19 qualifier Tim Slavens could tell Jeff Shaver some stories about being an underdog and how you can succeed at this race, so. And it appears we've given the high sign. I think it's just a matter of letting these guys light the motors off. 600 cubic inches of turbo engine for Jeff Shaver, Chevrolet style engine, and Keith Haney relying on 948 cubic inches of nitrous willing rear Morrison power in the front of that Larry Jeffers Race Cars built Camaro.
All right, it is time. PTC Radio versus the World. Brought to you by Diamond Pistons. Let's do this. First round action, $50,000 up for grabs. And nobody knows the guy's name on the right-hand side. That's right. Oh, that's Keith Haney. That's right, from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
And the reality here is all the pressure's on Keith Haney. Jeff Shaver is happy to make the show. Shaver's main kind of competition, his main class that he's going to be running here is not necessarily Radial versus the World. But the fact that he's in here is just some gravy being able to run in front of a packed drag strip on a Saturday night here in Valdosta, Georgia. Keith Haney, by all accounts, needs to win this round, is expected to win this round, and really can only do stuff to not win this round. Get out there and not screw it up's the name of the game. Lee, I'd argue that it's tougher. To me, in my mind anyway, it always seems to play out in the sport this way. It's tougher to take a car like Keith Haney's and tame it down to make sure you know it's going to go down the racetrack than it is for a guy like Jeff Shaver to maybe lean on it a little harder and go a little faster.
I mean, without a doubt. But, I mean, Haney's got Brandon Schweitzer right there. He's got Brandon Pez. They call it Brandon Square Tuning. Rear Morrison horsepower. He's made it down every single pass down this drag strip. So, you know, he's just going to have the same exact tune-up in it, I think, just for the victory.
Haney's going to have some confidence coming to the starting line. Again, to reference back to that great 023 light he pulled out against Stevie Fast. So we know he can lead. We know he's comfortable at the Christmas tree. He's just going to have to be very comfortable and very able to do what he can if this car breaks traction off the line and Jeff Shaver's hooks up. If he can pedal it quick, he still may have a fighting chance. Oh, and Shaver double bowled him. All right.
Wow.
Getting out to a flying start.
Blind games are playing. Here we go.
Keith Haney almost put it across the center line. He stood it up on the back bumper and rolls it across. I don't believe he crossed the center line. Holy smoke.
Unbelievable right there. Who says the track's not hooking now, baby? That's right. Keith Haney was going for a flight.
If Shaver had been able to do anything and get off the starting line, he would have won the race. Shaver's going to be sick, and Keith Haney's guys are going to have a long night of checking the front end of that car over. Wow. And again, talk about taming the car down. You know that they tamed the car down. They pulled so much power out that they completely dead hooked the tire and climbed up on top of itself. Let that be a cautionary tale for those of you sitting back in the staging lanes. There is plenty of racetrack to work with out here, and Keith Haney can tell you that. Point of fact, a nice save by Haney to keep the thing off of the center line. It looked like that was going to get ugly. So it is Collins and Hancock coming up right now. Jamie Hancock, a 1,001 cubic inch Pat Musey engine. The nitrous outlet. Logos on the sides of the forward-facing hood scoop. About the only thing that's gone right for Jason Collins this week is that they found the racetrack on the right day. Other than that, it has not really been anything to remember for him here at South Georgia Motorsports Park.
Yeah, Jason Collins on the left-hand side. It took up to the last hit to get into this magical field. Right here, lights out 9, no escape. Jamie Hancock, of course. There is no pressure for Jamie Hancock because he's won this before, and it's a family effort. Let's see if the nitrous car, 5 stages of nitrous, can put it to it right here. Nitrous purge, you can see the, wow, going up high tonight. So the water grains are in the air. Who do you got, race fans? $50,000 is not no chunk change.
Hancock, one of the first guys to bring a Pro Mod style chassis and car into Radio vs. the World Racing. They still have not won this race, though. It is a chassis car, a Pro Mod style car, has not won at Lights Out yet. Not to say that number 9 wouldn't be the year, but it hasn't happened yet. And who knows, Jason Collins could be due for the run of his weekend, and he's going to need the run of his weekend, at least if we look at what's gone on so far. Collins has confidence. At least he has, if he has traction, he has confidence, is what he says that he should. I mean, big blown engine in the front of that thing. He's got plenty of power.
Right, this is what it's all about right here. First round action. Whoever wins moves on to tomorrow. Collins is in.
Wow, Collins did go red by 12 thou. Sorry, I was looking up at the racetrack. Too many people to see the tree. Wow.
434, 162. Jamie Hancock gets a little lucky on that one. Collins went red by 12, and I think he might have saw the red light up there and shut it off early. 480 and 106. Wow.
Rough deal, but Collins definitely keyed up, and all the credit to Hancock, too. That 32 light, both guys ready to get after it, and just a 12 thousandths too quick for Jason. And the crummy thing for Jason is it was on the run of the weekend for him. That 107 was the best short time that car has put up. And he obviously saw the wind light in the other lane, clicked it off early, and that was that.
The Motor Mania TV right there. He saw the wind light in the other lane and said, you know what, we're going to save the parts right there and move on to another day.
Just being told by Jeff Miles from Carolina Dragway that is the 3rd run Jason Collins has ever made in a blown car. Well, he's a quick learner anyway. He's done a nice job handling that thing. Here we go. This has got potential to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Power, he put the big tires on it. I can't look through the cloud right there, but he did have 315s in the trailer. He could have put them on. Hold your rears, but here comes Black Betty. The ball of juice coming out of Ontario, Canada. 526 cubic inches of MSR power. Mike Stawicki, I'm sure you're watching on the home. Jim Salemi, the chassis builder, G-Force Race Cars. John Salemi watching on from California. Melody Salemi's watching on from New York. We're going to see if Paulo can put Greg Powery on the trailer. Now Powery got the Hemi on board from Billy Briggs. Brand new chassis underneath that body. And if you put the big tires on, this car has been in the 3-second zone. The Paulo Juice. This car has been nothing but impressive so far in 2018.
The last time Paulo Juice made a run in competition at South Georgia Motorsports Park in this car, he ended up in the hospital. The car stood up completely on end, came smashing down. He ended up having to have back surgery because of the impact suffered in the landing. Hey man, do you want me to call? No time in, or are we gonna call it quits after RBW? Call him in. It is, what time? It's 11:30.
All right, so here we go. Apollo Juice, the right-hand side. Great Powery, the left-hand side. Powery, the underdog in the competition right here. Can he take out the big man? Apollo goes straight in. Powery's in the middle of the boost as he bumps to the beam. The left-hand side of the racetrack. Wow. 84 at 194. Man, that is pretty impressive because he was only 101.
He was 101, and that thing, the scary thing about Paulo's car in a good way is the fact that it's gone 99 and then just lived in the 80s. If you could show up here and make 5 runs in the 80s in a row, you're going to make people beat you, and that's the way to win this race. So, again, great job out there by the Salemis. Great job by Paulo getting the car on the racetrack, and unfortunately for Greg Power, he ran into a buzzsaw out there. That's it.
You know, Powery had to turn it up. He's never been in 80s in his life, so good job to the Apollo Juice. So Jason Horde will be the left-hand side, but hold your, well, actually, you don't even have to hold your ears because this thing is 30 miles to a gallon. So here he is. He's won the past 2 events. It's Golden Gorilla. Dwayne Mills is going to be coming on the right-hand side from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. 572 cubic inches there of Pro-Line power. Twin turbos on board. Red Hat Mafia helping him out. Baskin Truck Sales. Larry Jeffers Race Cars. Ken Dwayne Mills. Make it 3 in a row.
Both good and bad. This car has done pretty much everything it could ever be expected to do in the world of radial tire drag racing. The one major change they made to this thing in the offseason was taking the turbos from behind the front wheels and moving them to the extreme front of the race car, again, in an effort to get some of the weight out over the nose to counteract any wheelie tendencies that these cars have, which, as you've seen tonight, they have a lot of.
Jason Horde's going to be coming to the left-hand side. St. Charles, Missouri. Brand new race car. 69 Camaro over there. They're trying to shake things out. The 425 was the best pass of the car. And now he's got to take on Dwayne Mills, man. Do you get nervous about this? If you were against Dwayne Mills.
No. Horde has no reason to be nervous. Horde has, in my opinion, Horde hasn't made a run that he's wanted to make all weekend long. So now would be the time for Jason to kind of punch out of his weight class, at least for what we've seen. If I'm Horde, I'm going up there with not my chest puffed out, but doesn't have a worry in the world.
So now the next question is do you turn it up or you leave it alone?
Absolutely. If you're Horde, you turn it up.
So let's see if Horde turned it up. Can he throw the kitchen sink at it? Tree coming out.
Turned it up, stood it up, and Mills ran it out. 386.7, 206.95. Dwayne Mills drives away. Jason Horde was a telepathic 006 on the Christmas tree, but you saw what happened. The thing gained traction. The nose headed to the moon, and that was the end of the night for Jason Horde.
Wow, unbelievable. Want to give the Horde crew a shout out there. It was actually better to the 60-foot than Dwayne Mills. It was 107 to a 108. Then you saw the front end just coming up here at the home of the flying cars.
So I think a learning weekend for the Hordes. Again, anytime you get to put laps on the race car on a quality surface, you're going to learn, you're going to get information and come away with something. And I think it was pretty clear they did turn it up for that run. And racetrack good enough that they held on all of it, stuck the tire, and drove into a power wheelie. Quick response, pulled it out, and a little scrapage. Enzo Pacini's a good story this weekend because Pacini was struggling. He was not qualified coming into the last session. Then he reeled off that 398.7 at 182. And we talked to Enzo a little bit last night, and he said they were just missing something. He wouldn't go into specifics, but obviously whatever they were missing, they found at least a part of today. It's better than a 398 car, but a 398 car it was in the final round, and it got him the number 15 spot. One of the closest matchups we'll see here as far as ET goes, because Rodney Watley, the number 18 qualifier, had 406 on his time slip for the best run he made. So they're within 0.08 of a second, at least on paper right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy here. Watch running these cars. It's a small block blow machine, so the first 60 feet is going to be absolutely unreal. But hold your ears as the Pro Charger and the blower is going to be coming to life as Enzo does not a huge smoky burnout. 63 split with a Corvette to be coming alive to make screw blower. Small block in the right-hand side with number 18, 406, 162, yet to make a clean hit. As Brian was seeing Enzo Bacchini right there, made it in the last run, 398. The mile an hour's down 182, so this could be interesting. It could go either direction.
And again, you look at the diversity in Radio vs. the World. Why do people love this PTC Diamond Pistons Radio vs. the World class so much? A screw-blown small block and a Pro Mod style chassis taking on a Brad Anderson Hemi with turbos and a stock wheelbase 88 Mustang. It is a freak show out there, and it's a great freak show. And these cars somehow manage to run very close together with each other, despite the fact they are vastly different. Advances in suspension technology and tunability have taken stock wheelbase cars and turned them into machines capable of standing in the ring and beating like a drum these Pro Mod cars. At least the history of the class has shown that.
So it's going to be interesting here. Enzo Bacchini, man, he's had the power for years to go to 3 second zone. He finally did it 2 years ago, I believe it was, or a year and a half ago. Enzo Bacchini's going to take it 474, 129. Rodney, can't believe that one goes up in smoke. We just saw everybody in front of them make it down A to B.
Bacchini got away with one there as Rodney had bigger problems than he did. And Enzo was pretty close to the center line up there when he went across the finish line. Didn't cross the center line, of course, but the car just kind of cheated its way to the right. Marty Stennett is fired up. We talk about Rodney Watley's car as being very brutal down low because it's very light. Well, Marty Stennett's car is much the same way. It's small block of 470 cubic inches. Stennett using a turbocharged system to boost the engine. This car has gone 375, and he's taken on Kenjo Kelly, who is a very experienced drag racer. He's run no prep, run all kinds of different stuff, and he has a car called the Show Mod. And right now, Marty Stennett's car has fallen silent. The guys are wiping the windshield off, but I wonder if he's got bigger problems than that. Kenjo's car idling on the strange side of the racetrack.
Kenjo's like, I could do this all day. Where you at? Come on. So Kenjo Kelly is going to be coming alive from the left-hand side. The Texas-based machine making his RVW debut.
What's kind of interesting with Kenjo Kelly's car, it's a 481X, so it's a wedge-style, Chevrolet-style engine, if you will, that's turbocharged. He's not running a Hemi. One of the reasons guys maybe, I don't want to say prefer, but go to the 481X style and this style of racing is because it isn't really boost limited. When you get into a situation where Marty Stennett's car has lost fire again just ahead of the water box. This thing's running like you tuned it, Sebring.
Well, you know, it must be a little cold right there, so Marty Stennett puts a small block. With the Twin Carrots on board, one of the baddest small blocks. What am I saying? The baddest small block in the world right here on the right-hand side. This thing went 375 last year. Has yet to do that this year. Wade Hopkins with the tune-up. Let's see if he can do it.
Obviously gave it a little choke there if it was cold. That Autolite 2300 series carburetor, gave a little, the choke cable. Yeah.
Got it.
He cold start drivability. They got to work on that. No, Kelly's car with that 481X style motor is kind of cool. It's a little bit different. You see a lot of Hemis out here. When you get into a situation where, like a more restrictive class, where boost limitations come in and you have to really spin the motors high, the Hemis tend to be much more favored. But situations like this where you can run giant turbos and all the deal, the 481X is a very viable combination out here. You don't have to have a Hemi is what I'm trying to say.
All right, so my friend said it's the fake show mod on the left-hand side. The real pro mod will be here next year. The Marty Stennett right-hand side, Kenjo Kelly. Kenjo gets a Marty Stennett going home, baby. Kelly is 401 at 196. Moving on to round number 2.
Racing very smart. Kelly came up here with what looked to be about the same exact tune-up he ran earlier. The car ran 4 thousandths faster and 5 mile an hour faster through the lights than his best qualifying run, which he made in the last session. I think that was a great way to run this race, or a great way to run the first round. Didn't come up here trying to chase a time slip. You could have come up here and tried to run his first 3-second lap. It was more important to win the round.
I mean, he was 112 to the 60-foot clock right there, so you know how soft it was just to get it to go. And, hey, he had the better ideal and won the match.
Good on them, and a tough break for Marty Stennett, a guy who has certainly gone rounds at this racetrack before. Norm Bryson coming up right now, and Brad Edwards.
Of course, Brad Edwards, one of the originators, the OG of radio racing, one of the stock suspension cars, the Mustang Cobra. Peter Harrell, of course, the engine builder. Asheville, North Carolina, left-hand side. He'll be firing up here momentarily. Big shout out there and Shipley out there. What's going on, man? AKS Custom Engines.
Apologies, I identified Pacini's car as having turbos. It's a Pro Charged entry, and fortunately for him, we won't get to talk about it anymore at this race, but hopefully we see him down the road very soon as the Sweet 16, of course, coming next month. But that's neither here nor there. As Brad Edwards out of Asheville, North Carolina, that 97 Ford Cobra, the Pete Harrell engine design built, 555 under the hood. He's going to take a second swing at a burnout here as Norm Bryson had a nice burnout in his nitrous injected 903-inch 69 Camaro.
So there you have it, the MMA trainer and right-hand side, Norman Bryson, big-time supporter of the Radio versus the World category, Bryson Motorsports. I want to say thank you to him. It's Brad Edwards, man. He always says, oh, I'm not going to come run Radio versus the World, and all of a sudden he shows up with something else done to it. So it's going to be interesting to see if the stock suspension Team Z Motorsports built machine can take out the big bad car of Norman Bryson. Of course, Bryson, I believe, with TRE power plant underneath the hood of that bad boy.
It's always amazing to me to watch these nitrous engines, these big 900-inch motors, somehow be able to hook the tire and then feed the power into the thing in such a way that it doesn't just blow the tiny radials off. We'll find out if Bryson and the team have the right tune-up to do that this time.
You fans been waiting for. That's right, the biggest and baddest category on the property. Radio versus the World, baby. PTC Diamond Pistons bringing you the action. As 5 stations of nitrous will be on the right-hand side, Edwards is going to send all the boost in the left-hand side of the racetrack. So Bryson went number 13 qualifier. Brad Edwards qualified number 20 with a 4:08. So can we see side-by-side three?
Clawing his way to the finish line first. 4:25.9, 188.83. And Brad Edwards, if you look at the race pack on that one, the 3 was off and on the throttle. It's going to look like a seismograph in an earthquake, man. He was on and off that thing 100 times, but it got him to the finish line first. He had more momentum coming out of the hole, 108 to 60 feet. Bryson's run had already gone south by the time he got there with a 126.60 foot time.
More traction.com, Davis Technology over there. They're going to be pretty pumped up as Brad Edwards and the OG machine moving on. As you saw, man, it was driving towards the center line right there, and actually after the finish line, it might have touched it, but that doesn't matter.
Tim Slavens and Lester Johnson, a battle of the underdogs. Number 14 and 19 qualifiers separated by a 10. It is Johnson in the 55 Chevrolet that is the number 14 qualifier at 398.7, and Slavens comes in yet again as the underdog at 408.1.
This matchup, I don't know if he considers Slavens an underdog. On paper, he is obviously, but Slavens has been faster than Johnson's ever been in his life. Lester Johnson was the first of the Johnson family to go in the 3-second zone. It was a battle between him and his son. Remember, his son took that 57 Chevrolet and put it in the law. He's over there. He's going to be tuning for his dad on the right-hand side with a BAE Hemi. Tim Slavens, left-hand side, twin-turbo power plant, Pro-Line power. Mixer Motorsports on board the beast. Freshly painted. Can he take out Lester Johnson and Excalibur?
Be a heck of a story if Lester Johnson be able to take this Pro-Charged Hemi 55 Chevrolet on to the next round. Debut appearance at the race. His son Andrew having the crash earlier, that was his son just closing his driver's door and stepping back. These guys race together. They race very hard and they race very fast. You got to wonder if Tim Slavens has a low or mid 390 in that car that we just haven't seen yet.
Yeah, this has been pretty impressive here to Lincoln. Slavens takes the victory. Lester Johnson goes 006 red. Man,
401.5, 187, and Tim had problems recording a 4/10 reaction time and then rolling to a 7:56 at 133. I will tell you about karma in the sport of drag racing comes in circles. It was at the Outlaw Streetcar reunion last year that Tim Slavens was having a great race. He was going rounds and rounds and rounds, and then the car, for some reason, after the burnout shut off, it wouldn't restart very late in the day. So maybe Slavens, the juju has turned in his favor this time, and Lester Johnson missing the tree by just 6 thousandths. I can tell you Lester is a killer racer in the world of top sportsman drag racing, so he's used to going up there and trying to run the tree over, and he was just a little over aggressive.
Yeah, Lester knew he needed it. Even though he higher qualified out of Tim Slavens, he knew that Slavens had the power to go quicker than him, so he tried for the tree, and just red lit a little too much.
Certainly speaks to the respect that Johnson had for Slavens' operation over there. Was not going to lay down on him or lay back on him. Always in attack mode, those guys. So Jeff Sitton coming up right now. Sitton's car being tuned by Jeff Pierce this week. And Jeff, of course, very decorated guy in many aspects of the world of drag racing, but boy, he certainly knows his way around a door slammer.
Without a doubt, man. Jeff Pierce has been helping out several different combinations, man. He's helped out twin turbos. He's helped out nitrous. He's helped out the blower cars, you name it. Jeff Pierce Tuning has done it. So it's going to be interesting to see. This is your number one qualifier on the right-hand side, Jeff Sitton.
This is the big one. This is number 1 versus number 32. And Matt Bell, the number 32 qualifier, was actually the number 33 qualifier. Taylor Laster had the crash yesterday, couldn't come up for eliminations. So he came up, removed himself, and Matt Bell came in as the alternate at the very tail end of the field. Phil Bollet rolling right into the back of the lanes right there. Willie Dog was going to make me yell at you, but I'm not going to do that because I see Phil's right there. You just keep dumping that sugar in that coffee cup, man. And just waiting on the sign here to light off. Matt Bell and Jeff Sitton.
Possible for the see the biggest upset ever right here. Matt Bell, he was all excited that he made it into the show there, the 555 on board. So, man, just waiting for the go-ahead for the starting line. And then we'll be able to rock and roll this joint.
Bell running both Radio vs. World and Limited Drag Radial this weekend. Limited Drag Radial being the class that his car is more suited to be competitive in, but you never know. Jeff Pierce, also a very high-level window cleaner. As we're looking down right now, he's making sure that Jeff Sitton's got a clear view there. Wax on, wax off.
I agree.
Wax on, wax off. Very nice. Good form.
Look at the form right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That is a pro. I wonder if you ever worked in one of those hand-dry car washes, because that is an experienced look.
He's very good with his hands at the moment.
All right. He says, I'll just step away here, but serious business begins now as the fuel shot into the top of the injector. Again, on paper, it's David and Goliath and the hammer versus the nail and the heck. The
Jerry Bizzle Bill race car coming alive on the right-hand side. They call it the Hyde. Sitting out there, of course. Bill Schuller watching on, Jeff Pierce. And, of course, Stevie Jackson helps out with this machine, your number one qualifier. But Matt Bell never count out the underdog, right? I guess he'll be the underdog today. 32 qualifiers.
Yeah, in the sport of drag racing, there are not that many classes anymore that run a 32-car field. And on paper, there is no greater underdog than number 32 versus number 1. Remember, Sitton and Stevie Fast ran, I believe, identical laps time to the thousands, but it was Jeff Sitton by about 0.6 of 1 mile an hour that had the advantage. That made him number 1, made his teammate Stevie Fast number 2.
Phil Schuller apparently is my daddy or something out there on the right-hand side.
Yes. If you were to grow more and you were to grow a mustache and change your hair color and do several different things, including large amounts of plastic surgery, you would look like Phil Schuller. But as it stands right now, I just don't see the resemblance.
All right, so here we go. SCI oil filled on the right-hand side. Jack saying, all right, go get him, boy. Matt Bell, left-hand side. Has run just about every form of drag racing in the radio world, at least. Build atomizer injectors on board. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I don't think he liked where it was located.
Yeah, they're going to move it around a little bit. Jeff Sitton is not a guy that spends a lot of time in the seat of this car. He loves drag racing, loves the sport, highly enthusiastic, of course, to race at this level, but he's also a businessman with a successful company to run. He doesn't spend every weekend out here pounding the pavement like many of these guys do. You have to wonder what's going through his mind right now. Matt Bell's going to try to steal one. Here he is.
5 sitting, 15,000 people watching sitting. Move on to round number 2.
Get this, Matt Bell bought himself 400s on the starting line, and then he was 3,000s quicker at the 60-foot mark, and then the blown alcohol burning heavy at Jeff Sitton's car woke up and just pounded him into the earth. 403.3, 195, and Bell goes 421.9, 185.
Somebody went in the wall. I missed it. We're going to watch it here on Motor Mania.
Unfortunately, Ed, very deep in the shutdown area. Couldn't get a clear look at it from here. And it looks like Sitton, Jeff Sitton's car got sideways, came across and side-slapped the wall. The left-hand side of the car hit the wall basically in like a perpendicular slide, or I should say a parallel slide to the wall.
Wow, unbelievable. Sitton put it in a wall down on the top end, so we're going to be down for just a little bit here. Wow.
So the good news was it didn't pile in head first, and the parachutes are out, so the thing was decelerating already. The car was on the right lane. It tail wagged a little bit, moved to the left side, and then side slapped the wall as you can see the flashing lights down there. So the staff here at South Georgia Motorsports Park have responded.
And the driver's okay. That's right. You can put your hands together. Driver's okay. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can fix it before round number 2. It's possible.
You remember what happened last year with Stevie. Stevie had a very similar incident at the top end where he nosed the car a little bit and it was more cosmetic, and they basically taped the thing back together again. Stevie did continue racing. They will have all night to fix the car. Thank you. And once again, Jeff Sitton is okay. Jeff Sitton's out of the car, okay with it, intact, talking. And again, if you're watching Motor Mania TV, you can see the replay here. The car was off the starting line, and Matt Bell was looking over going, wait a second, is he still right there? And then he wasn't. Sitton drove away from him from the 330 on. Sitton's parachutes came out, blossomed, and then the car made a wag, and then it went hard left.
Obviously, we'll have to get Sitton racetrack down there. So Kenny's waiting for CFM. He's at CFM, should I say, waiting on everybody to pick up their parts. You need to pick it up. He's ready to go home, he said. Go to sleep. So once again, CFM, if you bought anything from CFM, you need to pick it up from Kenny right now. Nano Manufacturers Midway.
So again, we're going to load the car up and get it off of the racetrack.
Thank all the pro drivers in the chat room. That's right. They're sitting in their recliners right now and letting everybody know what happened down there. So thank you to the chat bleachers for being experts on every situation possible. We thank you. So thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Kenneth. I'm definitely getting educated. Quick, we have a Chevy truck, Florida plates, J5875Z. You got to move it right now. You're blocking a racer in. Chevy truck, Florida plates, J5875Z. You're blocking a racer's trailer. Need to move it right now.
All right, you can see that the flashing lights are off the racetrack, which means that the stuff is off the racetrack and the car's off the racetrack, and we should be returning people to their battle stations, getting ready to fire up again.
Please shout out to the wife, Tony, please. Hi, Tony. Didn't know I had a wife. Oh, your wife. My bad.
So Frank Soldiers and Don Lamont are going to be coming up next, the Pro Fab Mustang and the Pro Line powered Camaro of Frank Soldridge. LaManna and Soldridge have fired their steeds up. They're ready to go into battle here.
Chris Brett, move your truck. Go, Frank Soldridge is going to be coming out right here inside the Allen, Kentucky 04 Mustang Cobra Pro Line Power. Pretty cool story was he wasn't even going to come. He decided he wasn't coming. Well, he decided to come last minute. They actually stopped on the way to Pro Line Racing Engines to rebuild the motor. They rebuilt it. They got here, they put it in the car, they actually had to redo all the piping on the property, and then they qualified number 12 Frank Soldridge, PSI Speed Solution. Amanda May going to try to show mounts done. Benny Fiore watching on at home as Don Lamana is going to try to pull off the upset here from Hudson, Florida. The Pro 5. The ladies out there with the pom-poms. Let's see if they can do it on 275.
You know, neither of these cars made that many runs in the qualifying. When they had the 3 sessions, they only have one established run. Now, it doesn't mean they only made one run, but maybe they only stopped at the scales for the one. This is definitely a wild card pick'em kind of here. This is very interesting. Frank Soldridge, you can go online and go to YouTube and search his name and find a video of him taking this Mustang through the lights at this drag strip on the back tires at like 250 gazillion miles an hour. It's awesome.
All right, so can Soldridge bump up the competition, or is Lamana going to take him out? Real Street Performance, the left-hand side. That's a Proline power plant, but it's big block Chevrolet. Soldridge has got the stage 4 runner. Lamana's going to move on with the upset. 402 and 191 for a career best pass right there on 275s. What an upset in round number 1.
Continuing to sneak that car toward the 3-second zone. And man, if he keeps it up like this, we'll see it in there before the end of the weekend. Reaction times favored Soldridge by about 200ths, but by the time they got to the 60-foot block, Lamana was gone and hard to find. 110, 275 at the split, and 402 out the gate. Congratulations to the ProFab team and Lamana for moving on to the next round. And Frank Soldridge, a thrash that was rewarded with a qualifying position. Unfortunately, didn't advance past round 1, but got to admire a real racer who threw everything he had at that as far as time and craziness to get the car here. Thank you for being here, Frank Soldridge, and keep your head up, man. You'll be back. We know it.
Jody Boyles coming on the left-hand side. The other underdog, right? Douglasville, Georgia, 87 Camaro. We just saw an upset victory. Can it happen again, which would be a huge upset victory? Mark Mickery coming on the right-hand side. Jefferson City, Missouri, 78 Malibu. It's got the 484 bore spacing. Nelson Competition engine on board there. Red Hat Mafia helping him out. Jason Carter owns it. There's been a lot of different renditions of this car. And coming out of Bradenton, this is one of the most talked about cars because why? It's at 215 miles an hour.
Yeah, 372, 215, and they didn't run to the 70s. No, well, other than a couple of high 70s runs, they were in short supply here so far this weekend.
Yeah, Mark Mickey was actually favored to go into 60s to set the record here this weekend, but I don't think he's want to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would be tough to think, not that he's going to, show Jody Boyles any disrespect, but you also have to race with your head on your shoulders here, and it doesn't make any sense to come out and try to run 215 against a guy who, in theory, you should not have a big problem beating.
Once again, this is drag racing. That's the coolest thing, man. You could be a multi-billionaire and still go out first round to 1,000 air.
Or 100 air even, like us.
I'm just a dollar air.
You're a dollar air. Jody Boyles, pretty versatile car. He's running a couple of categories this weekend, and fun car to watch.
There we go. Oh, he's like the cards. Look at that. Jody Boyles. Oh, hang on with it. 438 to 138. Boyles beats Mark Mickey, and the biggest upset, I think, in Radio versus the World history.
Well, it's certainly a big one. Number 26 defeats number 7. We talked about it all day long. It was due to happen at least once, and there it is. Mickey's car broke the tires loose on the step of the throttle, and that gave Boyles a clear path down the racetrack. Boyles did not really step the car up from where he'd been running. He was running in the mid-30s, and he runs another mid-30 pass there. So, again, consistency. Go out there and make him beat you.
Right. So here we go. One of the most feared guys in radio, at least in the past. David Wuss going to be coming to left-hand side, Fort Worth, Texas. And the 05 Chevy Cavalieri.
Hey,
522 cubic inches, a twin turbo power coming alive. But all eyes on the right-hand side, Brian. Who's that in the Corvette?
David Wolf coming up. He has some pasta fazool before he drove his Cavalieri to the starting line. Dan Ferris, Sykeston, Missouri, the Andrew Aleppo owned Dan Ferris driven and occasionally flown 2015 Chevy Corvette.
That's right, Daniel Ferris, Andrew Aleppo, machine right-hand side. Let's see what's going to happen right here. We've seen some upsets in the last two pairs. Can the Andrew Aleppo Corvette move on to round number 2, or is Wolf, David Wolf, one of the OGs in the sport, can he take him out? $50,000 up for grabs. Can an underdog take the 50 G's, or is it going to be one of the top dogs standing at the end of tomorrow?
Yeah, Wolf's car, again, we haven't really seen the full potential out of David's car. The 429 run got him in the show, but there's way more in the well for that thing. Daniel Ferris decided to stick with that lane. Obviously having lane choice with a 381 qualifying pass. Now, the one benefit of being part of that, I guess, Red Hat Army, Red Hat Mafia, that Pro Line Mafia, they have all these tuners in a collective with is, well, you have other Pro Line cars running ahead of you that potentially give them information that they can use to help in your tune-up. Find out if it helps here. 30 versus number 3, David Wolf, one of the originals, the OGs, and Dan Ferris, one of the best drivers right now. Here's Ferris on the right-hand. He's in and out of the throttle, 379, puts it into 70s, looking the mile an hour, 214. 214.01, one of the fastest passes in radio versus the world history, and it was on kill for the beginning, 106.5. They rolled it out and then put the wood to it. 263 at the split, and it ran hard on the back half of the racetrack. Wolf made his best run of the weekend.
I mean, you got to give him credit, man. He comes out 403, 196 in the combination pretty much nobody has. Daniel Ferris, though, man, 379. Unbelievable right there. And it actually looked like he pedaled it a little bit. Here it is. Before this event, there was a lot of talk. The little 10-5 guy said, we're coming down. We're trying to take the money. And, man, guess what happened? He showed us the video. There's chance to go flying out there. Look at that. The car was so loud, it actually blew all the drunk people over. Did you see that?
It did that.
Wow.
It did.
Steve Gorman, left-hand side, put the fingers on and made a career best pass, 394 189. J&E Automotive Power, Skinny Kid built race guy, performance transmissions on board, and Novak blowing drunk people over on the right-hand side for Fairfax, Iowa.
Yeah, Novak playing a new tune called Congratulations Dumbass as he goes through there doing the burnout, blowing people's hats off, blinding people, and shooting people in the face with whatever is in the way of the exhaust. So congrats to those of you in the right lane. A memory that you'll have forever.
Mop's gone wild.
Jesus. Oh, man. Steve Gorman.
Now I know what to do with NHRA events. Here we go. Novak, the right-hand side. Gorman, the left-hand side. Novak, 412. Can he put it in the 3 second zone? Gorman, won a career best on radials, actually on anything. 394 to the left-hand side. So Gorman's going to go in the 3 second zone, I think. Novak's going to try to give him a run for his money. It's going to be Shane Novak, 401 and 192 for his best pass of the weekend.
I thought Steve Gorman had him by the neck. He was 0.22 in the tree. Novak was 49. Two very solid reaction times, of course. And then Gorman was quicker by 300s to the 60-foot mark. You saw a little puff of exhaust, and that is when Shane Novak was able to drive around him. 401 and 192, his best run on radials ever.
And Gorman did what he could right there. He was 0.22 on the tree, 104 to the 60-foot. But Shane Novak, the Pro Charger, drives on by.
500's the margin of victory at the stripe at 192 miles an hour.
Your ears and your hats and your toupees. Exactly, that guy fell over again.
Yep.
Alex Laughlin on the right-hand side, Bluffdale, Texas, 2012 Corvette. Beat Society on board, man. It's so cool to see an NHRA driver here on the property in a radio car.
I think the body count on that one was 1 toupee and 2 weaves. Couple of chicks that had 18-inch long hair now have 6-inch long hair down there.
What about the mop?
The mop lives. The mop lives. So again, you know, we go back to some of the earlier matchups. Alex Laughlin has very few runs on radial tires to his credit. Paul Major has a lot. Laughlin is the better performing driver here, but Major has more experience. So if there is any sort of weirdness that strikes either of these two guys, you'd almost have to favor Paul Major with his experience.
Yeah, that's right. Paul Major has been around forever. The left-hand side of the New York band, the construction driver, or owner, should I say. 526 QBS J&E Hemi on board. Can he take out Alex Laughlin? Laughlin, of course, first time ever on radios, goes 386-202. Paul Major is definitely going to have to turn it up right here, right now to take out Alex.
In my opinion, if you're Major, you don't do anything dumb here. You force him to beat you. This is a situation Alex Laughlin has not been in before. He's obviously an experienced racer. He's driven all different kinds of race cars, but this is like some sort of weird Bermuda Triangle of drag racing that happens here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. It doesn't look, feel, or sound like anything in the sport.
465, 116 miles an hour. Paul Major is going to be moving on to round number 2. Alex on his debut goes red by 19th out.
Give him credit for not losing the pro stock mentality, trying to hit the tree with a great light. He was just early. This car reacts so hard and so fast, he missed it by 20 thousandths. And Paul Major picks up a round win at Lights Out 9. It's been a while since we've seen Paul Major on a stage this big, and he's going to round 2. This is a guy in Major. You keep giving this guy chances and laps. He's going to come and we can go some rounds.
It's definitely on that one. I can't believe it. Paul Major moving on. What an upset. All right, here we go. Ruben T. Wesley Chapel, Florida, the 1770.5 Camaro, one of the ugliest, coolest cars on the property on the left-hand side of the racetrack. Nelson Competition engines, twin turbos on board, the Garrett turbos. As he went one of his best passes ever, 418 to go number 23.
Man. Lee Sebring throwing a little shade out of the tower here on the stylistic experience over there of the Camaro. Ryan Martin, the 2010 model. Ruben Teshvili, that 418-191, his best run by a country mile on small tires in that car. It's almost like they turned the corner, maybe figured it out a little bit. Martin's 394 was a big number for them. They were looking for that 3-second pass. They punched it right down in the mid-90s. Plenty of Proline horsepower there, and it is a Nelson competition engine for Ruben T.
Ready? Let's see what Ryan Martin can do, right? They call the car the Fireball on the right-hand side of the racetrack. You see drama out there. Saying, bring it on. Ryan Martin, right-hand side. Can the Oklahoma crew do it? He went number 10, 394. Ruben T. Trying to show those NHRA guys that he's ready for the season right there with his 418. The pre-stage jump of the Ryan Martin machine.
This would be an upset. Ruben T. He's going to stage the thing. Here he goes.
And Martin Tattoos at a 393 at 200 miles an hour. That's the biggest gap band of the night.
Absolutely. Teshvili was off the starting line first by a load and then blew the tires off by the time he got to 60 feet. Martin was off and gone with a 110 60-foot time, and that was that. Stevie Fast Jackson and Lyle Barnett coming up now. Barnett, the 1969 Dodge Dart, the Tooth Jerker, the Motion Raceworks sponsored machine, and Jackson. You see those drag 965 stickers on the race car for Jackson, a big one on the rear window and a big one on the front fender. No official announcements coming from those guys yet, but I have a feeling we'll be hearing something soon.
Yeah, really interested to see that decal on the car, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's there.
The Lyle Barnett, never count him out. Robbins, North Carolina there, and the Tooth Jerker. Can he jerk Jackson's tooth off? That's going to be the question. The big block, Mopar, single turbo on board left-hand side. Stevie Jaxione. That's what it says on my screen here. We'll be coming at you the Brad Anderson Hemi.
Two guys that fans love for multiple reasons. Of course, Lyle's story of perseverance and success is great. And Jackson, he's outspoken, he's funny, he's fast, quick-witted, and he can drive the wheels off a race car.
All right, so here we go, Jackson, the right-hand side. All eyes are on the, yep, that's right. His number one fan is running outside the door to watch it in person. Can Kill Time Racing, KTI. Move on to round number 2, always a fan favorite. Phil Schiller, did he put the tune up in it? To go to round number 2.
You know, Pete Harrell and Lyle and the crew not going to take this lane. He goes 389 for 197 for Stevie Fast.
Wow, 389 to 197 for Stevie Fast Jackson. 102.60 foot. Lyle Barnett turned it all the way up, and it just spun. Right, so Drager's coming out. I think that was.
And I guess that was the last pair of the first round of Radio versus the World.
That's exciting right there. As Billy Dog's like, all right, get the hell out of my chair. That's right. Willie Dog is coming in.
All right, guys, you seen some good racing there, side-by-side racing?
Donald Long, answer your phone. Donald Long, answer your phone. Duck, answer your phone.
Quack, 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 quack. Billy Dog, what we got going on here, man? How does this work? How does this work?
Bad boys coming up. We got some, how you want to call it? A chamber rivalry going on. We got people gonna be shaving their heads and everything. West Buck said.
Whoa! Shaving eyebrows.
West Buck said the winner between Little Country and J.R. Gray would be on the cover of Drag Illustrated.
Man, that is huge right there. Two of the biggest grudge races out there.
Nope, Lisa. You don't understand. That's nothing. They got so many cookies bet on this here race. I didn't have a chance to put the cap on the cookie jar. They got so many cookies bet on it also.
Wow, man, this is some big cookies.
Yeah. Somebody gonna be having a good vacation down in the Bahamas somewhere. I don't know. I can't call it. It should be a good one. We got a good matchup going on out here. We got
Induction Solutions, home of the world's fastest nitrous system. With an international name like Induction Solutions, you can expect nothing but the best. We are not like any other nitrous company. We are specialized in higher end and are truly customer based and not cookie cutter. Induction Solutions specialize in the design, installation, flowing, and tuning of nitrous oxide systems. Induction Solutions is the best source for your nitrous systems, as well as nitrous kits and thousands of parts. We have done thousands of nitrous systems over the years on just about any application you can imagine. From street legals to pro mods, we do them all. We are known for our direct port nitrous systems, both wet and dry, as well as plate systems, and our very own plenum system, the Punisher. All of our work is custom. Every single system is built specifically for your setup. We are always open to make our customers' nitrous dreams a reality. Check us out today at www.inductionsolutions.com or give us a call at 352-593-5900. Billet Atomizer, the world's fastest racing injector. With over 40 years of experience, we are your #1 source for custom racing injectors and the only injector manufacturer in the world that can specifically target the fuel delivery needs of each application. Atomizer injectors are available. Sizes range from 42 pounds to 800 pounds per hour. Racer input is the key driver of Atomizer injector evolution. You asked, we listened. Available now, the new Roots and Screw supercharged Pro Nitrous and fitting style injectors. These specifically designed injectors utilize features derived directly from racers of each class. Atomizer injectors are designed and manufactured by racers for racers and utilize only 100% U.S. materials and labor. Available now, our new Atomizer 4 racing injector ranges from 800 pounds all the way to 1,500 pounds and are available for your high horsepower single injector methanol application. Visit our website today at www.dragracinginjectors.com or give us a call at 757-250-3773.
All right. Lee Sebring, tell us what we got going on. Tell me about my sponsors again, man. I'm still waiting on you, brother.
Well, we talked about the sponsors, Willie. You missed it. Well, you know, I'm trying to figure out what this no time deal is. I don't know why dashes are on the board. It's confusing me.
Well,
is it
no
because
time,
they're so slow?
The no time guys, you know, they have those big motors with lots of stuff under the hood.
Are they afraid?
I tell you what, if you think they're afraid, tell you what, the winner of the no times will take on the winner of the Radio versus World for whatever.
I think we should.
Yes.
We should do it.
Yeah, we should do that.
There you go.
We even got the Ohio girl in there saying that. Who you betting with if you decided on that? Who you betting with?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, I think we about ready with the track. Prep is getting ready. First pair coming up with no time. 3:15:29. First pair coming up is going to be one big, extra big race. Besides running for the big money, they are running for the winner will go on the cover of Drag Illustrated. The winner will go on the cover of Drag Illustrated. The loser will have to shave his eyebrows off between Justin Swanson, Little Country, going up against J.R. Gray, headshot. It should be one heck of a race right here. Competitive between the two guys. Ooh-wee, Big Country has it really had a rough weekend. He hasn't won a race this weekend. Will he be able to break his losing streak against J.R. Gray? J.R. Gray have beat him twice. Will the third time be a charm? Only time will tell, so sit back, get ready. They're about ready to fire them up and about ready to go. We'll find out in just a few short minutes here. I tell you what, I know the butterflies are flying, bubble guts and everything else. I wouldn't want to be in the seat of either one of these cars right now. These guys got a lot of pressure on them. If Big Country loses here, I hope we got extra paramedics, extra ambulances and everything down there, because if he loses him, he might pass out, y'all. Ooh-wee. It's going to be one good one right here, y'all. Let's see what they're going to do. Everybody's getting ready. It's nothing, it's more tension in there than it is fog, y'all, so we getting ready to go. Pick one and ride with them. All I got to say is somebody's going to have a long night tonight. Somebody's not going to get any sleep tonight. Everybody's running around and getting ready. They finna get ready to fire them up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And in right lane.
Man, look at this. This is how you get it done.
That's not the right stuff. Huh? Yeah. They should have little Country should be in the left lane. Justin Swanson should be in the left lane. Oh, okay. They swapped them up. They said they're gonna wait for a minute. Okay, guys, we got the guys. We got Jermaine Bodie, Jay Bodie out of California, will be going up against Timmy Meisner in the right lane out of Palm Springs, Georgia. Jay Bodie all the way from California. He got a winning streak going on tonight since he's been here. He hasn't won anything yet, so he's got a winning streak going on. Can he break the string of bad luck? What you think about this one on this one?
Man, that's going to be the question. Bodie, baby, coming to the left-hand side all the way from the west coast of California. Tim Messner coming out of right-hand side here in Georgia. But I tell you what, Bodie's been doing a lot of testing over there. They've had Steve Summers trying to tune a chassis. Patrick Barnhill tunes it. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be.
So we are not Southern Hospitality by letting a guy come all the way from California?
That is Southern Hospitality, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timmy Meisner, whole new program. He got my man David Reese out there doing the tuning along with Phil Schuler. And his program has stepped up tremendously. So let's see can Timmy Meisner put it in the winner's circle tonight, y'all.
That's right. All I got to say, man, if Bodie hooks up, keep your eyes on the left-hand side.
I got a feeling it don't make no difference whether he hooks up or not. I think Timmy got enough to take him out.
I'm telling you.
That David Reese tune.
Will it, dog?
Yes,
I don't think so.
Yes, trust me. Trust me.
Look at that. They say, get on the boobs. Look at that.
Oh. Look at Phil.
Phil Schiller's about to tackle somebody on the start line right there.
Oh, we got a little WWF going on out there. Phil Schuler. David Reese tune, Timmy Meisner car along with Phil Schuler. Had a little mix up down the starting line about the staging procedures out there. Oh, here we go, guys.
The smack talk is happening. Remember, this is all random pair unless you call them out, right, Willie Dog? Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. I like Timmy on this one. Timmy with the gap.
Bodie, baby, goes in seconds. Right to
the Unclimatic win, but Timmy Meisner takes the win, y'all. Oh, man, I told you. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Timmy Meisner moves on to round number 2 of the big Sweet 16 shootout down here. Timmy Meisner moves on to round number 2.
Big matchup, Brian, as he got the J.R. Gray on the right-hand side of the countries and coming on the left-hand side.
This is the one they've been waiting on. Everybody buckle your seat belts. Put your false teeth in your back pocket. Take your wig off. Put your weave up and everything. This is the one for all the marbles, the cookies, oatmeals, or whatever you want to say. We got Justin Swanstrom, a.k.a. Little Country out of Florida, going up against Headshot, J.R. Gray out of South Carolina. J.R. Gray said he plays dominoes. He said, you line them up, and I'm going to knock them down.
Man, this is going to be one to watch because why? You said Westbuck says the winner of this gets the cover of Drag Illustrated.
The winner gets the cover of Drag Illustrated and a whole lot of cookies going at this one. Lee, this is going to be one for the books right here.
All right, so the cookies are in the bag, baby.
Yes.
Let's do this.
J.R. Gray is on a roll, though. He's had beat him 2 times. He says 3 strikes, you're out.
I got Swanster, man. Little Country's going to take him out.
I like J.R. Gray with the gap.
All right, what we doing?
20
bucks. I got 20 bucks.
I got 20. All right, I got J.R. Gray.
Down.
I got 20 on J.R. Gray with the gap.
I got to blow the dust off. Hold on.
Yes, sir. Blow the dust off of it. I'm going to put it in my pocket. Andrew Jackson to the front.
All right, so Willie Dog is going to be signing my $20 bill here in about 10 seconds as Swanstrom, Little Country, is going to take out J.R. Gray.
I tried to tell you.
Get out of here.
We'll see it in just a minute. Left-hand side out of Florida. Justin Swanstrom, a.k.a. Little Country, going up against Headshot by man J.R. Gray, a.k.a. Jamie Ray Gray, a.k.a. Johnny Ray Gray, a.k.a. Winner Gray.
A.k.a. Grudge Racer of the Year. The left-hand side of the racetrack is going to take out your gray man.
That was last year, sir.
I don't care.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be this year, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody don't believe it, here we go, y'all. This is for the only marbles. This is for somebody, whoever loses got to shade their eyebrows also.
That's right. Got to shade the eyebrows on the start line.
Oh, man. Y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Can J.R. Gray make it 3 in a row?
I don't know. I don't think so. Look, my 20 bucks says Little Country.
Do you know how to bowl? Do you know how to bowl? When you roll 3 in a row, what they call that? 3 strikes in a row is what?
Turkey.
A turkey. Gobble, gobble.
All right, we'll go back to my Virginia man. Let's see what's going to happen. Put him in the beams.
Here we go. Will Little Country go red? Will he get the big red apple? Or will he take him on through? Here we go. J.R. Gray, so come on in.
Right there.
Somebody call it paramedics. Somebody call it
Sign that.
Somebody call it paramedics. I done lost all my money.
I want your autograph right on that $20 bill, baby. That's right. My mortgage payment is paid.
Yes. I done lost all my money.
All 500 square feet of my cardboard box.
Oh, man, J.R. Gray.
Thank you.
He waited to the last minute to doggone throw up a doggone goose egg. That could have been your money, Brian. That would have been your money. Why you let me take the money? Oh, my. He took your money too, right? Yeah, he should have had bad luck taking your money. He didn't supposed to take the kids' money. Man, oh, man, Little Country waited to the last minute. Everybody thought Little Country might have been hurt, but he wasn't hurt. And he threw down his best pass at night. Went through down there with a 727. J.R. Gray eased down through with a 10-11.
Man.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting here, right? Jack Green bought this Warbird and Larry Roach.
I said Larry Roach. I got Larry Roach. I think I'll take another cool 20 on that.
You want 20 on Roach?
I'll take Larry Roach.
All right, I'll take Jack Green.
That's a bet.
Let's do it.
That's right. We
That's
own.
a bet.
Give me my 20 back with my name on it.
All right, I'll put it out there.
The only reason I'm taking Larry Roach is, you know Jack Green, you know who tuning over there with him, don't you? You know
yeah.
Bobby Cole and Memphis Gangsta over there.
That's the man.
Okay. One thing about Jack Green, if he don't win the race, he look good.
That's right. Well, no doubt about that.
But
look at a burnout on the right-hand side. He said, hey, you went out that far? I got you. Hold on. Hold my beer.
Now, knowing Jack Green, he went out there for, he might run out of gas. They didn't put enough gas in it.
Not enough gas? What kind of gas?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
What? All right, here we go, guys. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, right-hand lane, we got Larry Roach with the 63 Chevy Nova. Jack Green in the left lane with the 68 Warbird.
Warbird, man, it's so good to see this car out there in the Grudge game. Let's see if Jack Green can take him out. Larry Roach on the right-hand side. So can I get another 20 from Willie Dog?
All right, here we go, here we go. Well, let me see. I'm trying to take my Social Security money. He taking all my old age pension and my crazy folks checks also. Here we go, Larry Roach, bring me back, baby. There over there, Jack Green is letting out all of the nitrous. He forgot he got to use something to go down the track, y'all. By the time he gets through letting out, it's going to be a whole lot. He's going to say, I can't make it. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet you 20 more that he'd gap him.
Right now,
bet you 20 more he gap him.
Right now, you're praying that he gaps him right now. You got your hands together.
I say my prayers once a year.
Amen to the baby Jesus. Here we go. Jack Green, left-hand side.
That was a good one. I like it. Yes.
I can break it out once in a while.
Okay. All right. Baby Jesus, $20 more.
Whoa.
Baby Jesus, $20 more.
We're good right there.
Yeah. Okay. What you want to do, Brian? Okay, yeah, we'll start the study. All right, here we go. Larry Roach with it. Oh, he ain't won yet, okay.
Nah, he put the pre-stage on. Jack Green's like he can sit there for about 10 minutes. No, there we
go. Here we go. Jack Green done pull in and roll on the top of him. He rolled on the top of him. Here we
go. Moving on. I like that one.
Will somebody come up here and get me? They robbing me up here. Will somebody come up here and get me? I'm up here getting robbed. Somebody help, please. I ain't got to sign that one, dude.
No, I got it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to frame it.
Took my doggone it. Boy, I was going on back page. I look like I got to go back home now.
That's right, man. I can finally go to Craigslist and buy what I was looking for.
You right here, right? Phil Boley going up against Jason Barham.
Oh, Boley's going to kick his butt.
You think so?
Most definitely.
Oh, man. I done lost all. Now, the one I don't bet on will probably be the one I win on. Let me see. They over here texting me. Y'all stop texting me. I done got beat up so bad I ain't even got no money. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
All right.
Lee Sebring that come in and took all my money.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, let me see here. I ain't won one tonight, y'all. Sooner or later, I'm going to win one. Hey, I like Jason Barham.
Money on it here?
Well, they say you got to be in it to win it. I'm hard-headed. I don't believe Phil Boley going to win.
We'll keep throwing 20s.
Some tell me Jason Barham going to win. Go ahead and take all my money.
All I got to say is $20 is $20, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I bet you I can lose this here all night. I won't be in a better shape as J.R. Gray is with Justin Swanson, though. Good God Almighty. Yes, sir. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Right lane, we got Phil Boley out of the Midwest, out of Michigan, going up against Jason Barham, homegrown, homegrown out of Macon, Georgia with the old folks saline. Come on, Jason.
Yeah, you got Red Hat Mafia tuned in over here to the right-hand side. They're going to see what's going to
Chuck,
lay
can I get my money, please? Can I get my money, please? Uh-oh. I'm losing all over the place. I need somebody good luck. Could I win one tonight? Could I just win one tonight? You don't feel sorry for old man?
No, definitely not.
Okay, all right, okay. No
you
problem.
took like $100,000 from Duck last year.
Y'all took the baby's money too. Did they take your money? You gotta talk. The Mike don't understand sign language. Did they take your money?
No.
She don't want to talk. She don't want to talk. Good God Almighty.
All I gotta say.
Brian Davis, what's up, Chucky? Brian Chucky Davis, Chucky. Come on, Jason. Here we go. Here we go.
Legit. For a man. Get to play and stop it,
hey, somebody come up here and help me. Somebody come up here and help me. I know my. Come on, man. This man done took all my money.
I'm his daddy right now.
Chuck, he my daddy.
No.
We bet on who the daddy was. Phil Bolay waited all night to make his best pass, and he just ran over Jason Barnes.
I'm taking all Willie Dog's money, so I think I'm his daddy tonight.
I know. Look, I know. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bet you 100 to 40. I'm gonna put $100 up to 40 against Jason Richards and Eric Autry.
Who you taking?
I'm gonna take Jason Richards. You want to bet that?
I don't know.
Man, I'm so broke, I don't want to bet on nothing. Jimmy Blackman going up against Scotty G. I'll take Scotty G.
I like Scotty, man.
Yeah, Scotty finally made a good pass just a while ago. Let's see, can they lay another down? Brian Chucky Davis. They killing me up here, Chucky. Hey, pay out me some money, man, so I can go home. In the left lane, we got Jimmy Blackman out of Georgia going up against Scotty G. Scotty G is out of Brooklyn, New York, by way of Florida. Which one you like?
Scotty G's going to take it, man. I told you.
Scotty G made his best pass of the weekend just earlier. Can he make another one?
I think so, man. This nitrous guy on the right-hand side has showed a lot of promise.
Yeah.
Never count out Blackman, though, man. He's a very good chassis guy.
Blackman and Scott is buddies. They say they don't care who wins, but I think Scotty might take him out. I can't.
You really kidding me? You don't care
Scotty
who
might
wins?
take him out, Joe. Scotty might take him out. I don't know, yo.
So we're talking about Grudge Racing, and they don't care who wins the matchup. I don't think so.
Oh. Yeah. All right, here we go. Pick one and ride with him. Ooh, look at that purge coming out of Scotty G. Ooh, the Twin Towers, baby. Look at all that. Ooh, wee.
Somebody get the bottle out so they can save all that nitrous. Good Lord.
Yes, is it stuck? Maybe it's stuck. I don't know. $9 a pound now? Good goobly goo. That's a whole lot of pounds there, baby.
Freeze the competition.
Hey, Lee, it's Black History Month. You supposed to give me something back for Black History Month, right?
Do what?
It's Black History Month. You can't be taking all my money. Let me call the NAACP.
Have you seen me yet?
Take it off. Hey, who got a shade?
You got my uniform down there.
Uh-oh.
We're in the house.
All right, here we go, guys. Left lane, Jimmy Blackman. Right lane, we got Scotty G. No, he can't.
Wow.
Scotty G. Oh, Jimmy Blackman, you said it would be upset if you had bet it out or lost again. Yes. Scotty G goes down to Jimmy Blackman. It's considered a mild upset, but guess what? Lee Sebring, he called it.
I'll let you bet on this one. Whoever you want, I'll take the opposite lane.
Who's coming up now? We got David, Super Dave Ackers, and Dave Comstock. Now, Dave Comstock really is a street outlaw guy, him and them guys over there.
Right.
I don't think they're real racers and everything. You know what, though? Dave Comstock been making some good passes. Super Dave ain't been doing nothing.
It's up to you.
No, I tell you what I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet you 40-20 if David wins.
That David wins. You want me to put 40 out there?
No, I'm going to put 40.
No. This is a trick question right here. There's two Davids.
I almost got it. I almost got it. You know what? I never did like Street Outlaws. I never did like Daddy Dave, and he's a good guy. I ain't seen Super Dave do nothing all night. He from Michigan, though. He from up the way. Daddy Dave is from Oklahoma.
Time Willie Dog figures this out, I'll be asleep.
Which one? Daddy Dave.
Oh, that's our favorite.
You backed up. I know you can't. You ain't never called that right. I like it. Dave. She said she like
there
Dave.
We go.
I like it.
Money's flying.
You ain't calling there right. I gotta win this. I'm going with Super Dave.
DaddyDaveRacing.com. Make sure you check him out. Daddy Dave here on the right-hand side, HPL. He's going to win me some money.
If I win this hill, I'm walking home. I'm going down 75 South, buck naked.
That's going to be interesting right there.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to make it to the highway.
Man, they're killing me up here. Chucky, come get me, Chucky. And Super Dave got a Pro Mod car. He ought to be able to win something.
If anybody sees a naked
Michigan too.
If anybody sees a naked man with a unicorn, that's Willie Dog.
Oh, what about, I think J.R. Ray gonna be with me.
That's very possible.
J.R. Ray gonna be with me. Oh, somebody said Daddy Dave. Come on. Now, the Ohio girl picked Daddy Dave. She ain't been right all week neither, so I'm going to go.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you can find Willie Dog on the unicorn naked going down to, oh no.
Man, that done beat me unconscious up here. Oh, yeah. All right. I haven't won one tonight, so I quit for the night. I can't get back. Yeah, Daddy Dave won. Daddy Dave won. I should have listened to you. Next time I'm gonna listen. Whatever you tell me, I'm gonna.
All right.
Who gonna win this here one?
I'm gonna go with Tom.
I like Bill Lutz.
I'll go Tom.
Bet.
All right, what we bet? 20?
100, it don't make no difference.
We'll stick with 20s. All right, so here. How can I bet against my man right here?
You said right there. Okay, I'm going. Oh, he went with Howard. That's the only reason you said that. Okay. And look at, I haven't won out of 7, 8 races. I haven't won one yet.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Thompson's like an OG street racer, man. He's going to take him out.
Okay.
Out front.
We'll see. I'm going with Bill Lutz. I ain't won there tonight, so I might want to go with it.
Thompson's going to whoop his woo.
What's up? Oh,
I need Drake Ray.
After this pass, so we got.
All right. You got to shake it out. I ain't won yet.
Willie wins a buck.
Did I win?
You won.
I don't want it. You can.
Holy smoke it.
Thank you, baby. I finally won one.
Willie Dog going to Waffle House tonight.
No, I ain't. I'm still going down the road. Where's? Hold on a minute. We got Little Country up here.
Yes.
Little Country. He's gonna be on the cover of Drag Illustrated. Little Country. We gotta share their eyebrows.
I need Dre Gray in the bottom of the water box.
It's on. It's on. Dre Gray, come on down there.
Oh, yeah, Dre.
He got a ride.
Right there.
He got a ride, a unicorn, and he got to shave them eyebrows. Yeah. Well, he ought to.
Oh, man. What happened, man? The roof fell out.
Said she wants her 30%. That's what Duck gets.
Well, okay. What about all I lost? All right, I'm going down to the starting line to see can he shave his eyebrows. We got to get ready. He got to go ahead and shave his eyebrows.
Right. So Jason Richards, left-hand side. Let's see what's going to happen.
Jason Richards out of Gastonia, North Carolina. He used to buy run Eric Archer with the Brandy Wine Mustang, also out of North Carolina. Could not make the call. He had a little snafu.
Richard, of course, being helped out by the world-famous Jay Cox this weekend, so that's going to be interesting to see how far he goes. Plus, Charlie Buckman is on the property. Good, man. That's right. So the Willie Dog is getting famous, man. He's going to make it right on a little drag racing online. Willie Dog. His price just went up for September.
All right, we got doggone Jason Richards finna make a shake down by himself. But before we do that, we got somebody got to shade them eyebrows on the starting line, y'all. We got to shade them eyebrows. Little Country say he finally won one tonight. They're going to shade them eyebrows, baby. You going to go down there and get him, Ellen. Come on, get him out there live. They got to shave his eyebrows and ride a unicorn. Yes.
All right, here we go, guys. Jason Richard with the buy run. He had a competition buy out of North Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina. My man, Jason Richards. But right now in the starting line, where you at, Little Country? What's up, Ricky? Where you at, Little Country? Little Country, where you at with that unicorn? This man gonna, where all the kids at, y'all? The kids that went to bed? We finna see, can he ride that unicorn and shave his eyebrows, brother? All right, here we go. He finna ride that unicorn and shave his eyebrows. Let's see if he's gonna shave. Hey, let him see him riding. He got a unicorn, baby. A clown on top of a unicorn. There you go. All the country. We want to see him shave his eyebrows, baby. What's up, fellas? We want to see him shave his eyebrows, baby. Wait a minute. We want to see him shave his eyebrows, baby. Does anybody in South Georgia Motorsports have a pair of clippers because his eyebrows are getting shaved tonight?
Shave. I went from no roof to no eyebrows to no pockets to no money. Still ride with headshot, but
He got gas.
I'm gonna have a lot of drink tonight.
Yeah. And coming back to you now. I know you. We're going to shave them and leave them on the ground here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching some good racing. Let's get back to it tomorrow.
Oh, alrighty, gang. Oh, let me cut this off. Long day, great day. Hey, guess what? This is Saturday. Radio versus the world.
It's Sunday.
Well, it actually is Sunday, yes. Anyways, all day, no problems. What can I say? Alright, guys. We're going to get out of here. We're going to run the generic reel and thank all of our advertisers one more time. 9:30 tomorrow morning. And we'll start at 10. Cars on track at 10. And starting with 6:0. All right? Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Jake and Jenna. They're out of here. Hey, they fed us this weekend and everything. I tell you what, it's been good. Yeah, they're going to have to, they got to book out. They got to get home. People have to work and stuff. I don't know what that's all about. Anyways, alrighty. Here we go. I'll get there eventually. There it is. All righty. Thanks, guys. See ya.